Ele tá muito empolgado de estar aqui no Brasil. Ele não espera a hora de poder jogar. It is your first time on a S-tier stage, right? How are you feeling right now?
I'm very happy to standing with my favorite coach because our coach is Brazilian, so this is our home ground.
Ele falou que está muito feliz de estar aqui com o coach deles, que é brasileiro, o Dag, tem feito aqui um trabalho muito bom com a equipe. Thank you.
Any last words for each other?
It's gonna be a sad day for the Koreans.
Oh, 2 win, 2 defeat. We are 4 win.
Okay.
All right. Guys, shake hands and let's kick off Reload, shall we?
Ambos estão confiantes. Vamos ver no que vai dar.
So not just one APAC team on the main stage, guys, but 2 APAC teams, FearX, CAG, and a little hostility as well from the crowd that's here as well. Why? CAG knocked out Team Liquid, one of the fan favorites from Rio. Obviously, for FearX, they've also got Dark as a coach. We actually just heard them on the stage say it feels like home ground environment for them. FearX have become such a juggernaut roster. The changes that they've made, no longer relying on their old standing coach Nova. Finally, a formidable 5 that is clearly making waves here at Reload Rio. Their 4-1 record says that they are the favorites for this matchup. But we know CAG will go into this feeling like they can take down their APAC rivals.
Absolutely, and I mean, for Korea, this is the first time they have ever played in front of a crowd, so a massive moment for this team and a massive moment for a region that is looking to see them to a potential grand final appearance.
I mean, also, you have to take into consideration, you win this, you're in the semi-final. That's top 4 for APAC minimum. The other side, of course, as to who you play next would either be Elevate or Wildcard. It's crazy to think that there's a high likelihood for FearX. They could make this dream run, go all the way to the grand final.
Hello.
Yeah, absolutely, but Cyclone standing in their way. A team that unfortunately does have a couple of red flags on their record at this event thus far, so we'll see if they can correct that for this match.
Chat, are we heard or not heard?
Of course, further on into this match, it's a best of 3, which that in itself is exciting because we haven't had it yet.
Not on CGX as well.
Not on CGX as well. Social prediction, 66% in favor of FearX. I'd say that's about right.
That's not the one.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think going into this matchup, I'm leaning ever so slightly towards
FearX. Just like that, KG.
Look at that.
Just like that.
Bam.
Oh yeah, we do. Oh yeah, you hear me, chat?
I checked audio. Pussy ass some of the numbers for CAG, and unfortunately,
all right.
they don't look amazing.
First
and the
and
number one
foremost,
stat for me that
thank you very much
stands
to
out is
Ubisoft
potentially being
for flying us out to
devastating
Rio.
They are the 20th
Very much appreciate that.
the last ranked
Sponsored the
team
stream today.
entry at this event.
Stuff out of
It
the way.
could prove
So
to
we're
be a
obviously here
difference
for
maker.
Rainbow
Another stat
Six
as well,
Reload.
which is really all that helpful for CAG, but Sharif, who
Are you getting
was
audio
the star
through
back
your...
in Boston at 6
hearing
Invitational
anything?
for this roster,
You can turn
96
it up if you
DPS.
want. There's
Well, now,
like...
that is actually the lowest rated
I'm not
player
getting
remaining
much,
at this event.
Yeah, you're not getting
So
feedback,
he needs
right?
to stand up. And if he does that,
I can
could
hear
be kind
myself
of
and
the
you.
little wild card in the back
I can't
pocket
hear
for
myself.
CAG.
So
They
when
Do you
need
hear the
Sharif
game? Like, do you
standing
hear
up
the
on this
media
stage.
switch?
Yeah, absolutely.
That I don't
FearX
hear.
with a formidable force, of course, the
So-
Korean super team reformed
I don't wanna-
for this particular
So this is
event
like,
for
this is
season.
game and sounds.
You don't have to go, well, you do have to go quite a fair way back to see Korea have success internationally. Of course, going back to
Here.
Sweden 21, that
do that.
major where they almost
do
made
that.
the grand final. Came down to that
So-
Oregon
Maybe we just ask
8-7,
someone.
1v1.
Yeah.
Rin
Well, there's
and
the volume
Souls, and
sliders. You can
unfortunately,
check
Rin
which,
lost
like,
out. He, of course,
output
is
it is.
doing now,
Ow, that was
joined
it.
alongside
That was it?
Ruby,
That was
who's
it.
included also
That's
in
yours,
that match. So
particularly.
it's a bit of a
Yeah.
reunion for
So-
Korea at this
I hear
event,
you
and they're
now.
going to be absolutely
First time.
pumped.
Well, this is
You
it.
got this type
The
of
moment
stream.
we've been
Nice,
waiting
nice.
for.
On Dedicate.
APAC's on
I love
top,
taking this
baby.
up, Jonah. I
They've been
appreciate
on
you,
top
man.
so far throughout this event.
What's
Leap of
good,
the Titans of Rio for
Me and
FearX's
KG,
sake.
we're gonna be together
CAG will
all
hope
day,
to
maybe,
be
if
the Titan
he
killers
wants to have the
today,
stamina
guys,
to
and
go
if
all
they
my
can do
streams.
so,
Snake, taking this up,
a
Jonah. I appreciate you, man.
I think actually it was somebody else making it for me.
Everything
For
to
I
play
looked at the
for
schedule. I
here
think
in
I'm in one
front
game.
of this crowd inside
Turn
Rio.
stream down.
I've got FearX taking this one, but I hope it will end up being a
We're getting
2-1. I
trolled.
hope it's going to be
Like
a close
us?
one, and I'm hoping we're going to get
Us
some good
or
scenes.
like
That's my key takeaway.
the actual stream audio?
It is loud. Okay.
The stream audio, like the actual stream audio? It's media source, right? Yeah, turn this one down, like right yonder.
Nice.
Thoughts, chat? Thoughts?
So this is it, APAC versus APAC
Thoughts?
in a final, in an arena. It's not every day that we get to say that or
The thing is,
see
we
that.
can't-
A
why
chance
can't we
into
hear the
top
stream?
four, a chance to a semi-final appearance for FearX.
That I
and
don't
or
know. I mean, I can play with
CAG, and
some
we head
audio
to Lair
settings.
first up in this
There's
best of
like,
three.
I generally know how this thing
Jump
works.
into
We
this
find out
match.
which one's mine, so I don't deafen
Of
you
course,
guys.
for those who
I'll
maybe
deafen
didn't catch
myself
the group
first.
stage of Reload,
Let's
we
see,
do
I think
have a
I'm
brand
3.
new operator
top
ban
real quick.
system in
Hello.
CAG.
Yeah, yeah, 3.
You'll see 2 simultaneous bans from each team to kick things off
Yeah,
on their
definitely,
respective
that's
sides.
Slider.
So 4 total like
Got it
days of
confirmed.
old. And then at
3,
the
so
conclusion of round 3 in preparation for rounds 4, 5, 6, an additional
Or
ban
it might be this.
for each team.
It's probably
We've seen
this.
a
This is the
couple
main
different
volume.
strategies employed.
Hello?
A lot of it is
Hello?
also map specific, and it can
Actually, I have no
significantly
idea.
shift
Is there a
how these
support
matches
agent?
play out. But to kick things off, it's double electricity. That's
Help
been a common trend at this event, right? So the bandit KG
Help
off the
me.
board. And then again,
S'il vous
info
plaît.
gathering, a focus here on the other side with Deimos and the Grim. dealt with
Chat, we're gonna have to do a
well.
meet and greet soon,
Dealing
but
with
I will
that
get my
roam damage
editor
we're
Dapper
expecting
to
from
basically
both
be
teams
a fusion
could
of
be
me
quite
and
a challenge.
KingGeorge. This
Yeah.
guy's the best of the best.
Better than both of us
I know.
combined.
This guy has 14 years of streaming experience from all the videos he does.
I mean,
They knocked out Liquid the other day.
Yo!
That's something that has to be taken into consideration.
Fett, what's good, man? What's good, Spoy?
Also, is that weight of expectation.
What's good, Spiff?
Everyone has been
Hey,
talking
dude?
about FearX at this tournament.
Thank you, I
Their 4-1
appreciate you, man.
record, they've had a really good
It's actually
run
not that
so
bad.
far.
I feel bad for
And
making you
taking
bring it now, but
quickly
just in
through it.
case.
7-4 versus CAG. Back on day 1. Okay, a little water
Yeah.
under the bridge.
It's actually
since
nice,
then,
man. I don't know how you
but
guys
then
do
they
that,
still
though.
You gotta hide this.
G2, 7-3 SSG.
Yeah, but you gotta hide
With a
this.
reality check though. They got 7-3
not hiding
by
it well.
Falcons. 7-5 victory over BDS.
What's good? He's
I
Noah.
think that for
Yeah, what's up,
FearX,
Topsy?
their run has been amazing.
Um,
it would actually
Can
be
you tell
quite
the or ask
demoralizing
any of
if
like
it
the
falls
tech
flat
people
today
like
against
that
CAG, and
we
on
don't
the
we
flip
don't
side for
hear
CAG,
the
now they
actual
fought
stream
quite a little
itself.
earlier. They've only played the full
Yeah,
game.
we can't hear the
Wins
game
over
itself.
and wins over Liquid.
Yeah, we can
were
hear
enough
each
to
other,
get
we can't hear the
qualified
game,
based
yeah.
on the bullets that they had back in the group stage, but no more bullets, no more cards, none of that. We are just playing straight
Alright.
Siege.
So
Siege
FearX
out.
versus CAG, who do you have?
I have FearX actually. FearX is looking really devious, but we'll have to see.
Anticipated.
I picked CAG for my
clearly not too
predictions.
deterred again,
How are
focusing
your
their
How are
efforts
your
on
round
dealing
1 predictions?
Horrible.
information gathering
Fucking
Mine.
awful.
I got
that,
three.
that format.
rounds.
Jesus,
Info
bro.
gathering of their own. We see the
Messed up
Echo
all my
in play, so
predictions.
this is
I
an
know.
attempt to lurk
I think
that
at this
for
point, as a
information
consolidation,
and
they should just
default
give
plan to
everybody
specifically.
like that R4C skin at least.
And we'll see how FearX look to break down some of these tools that have util clearance of their own.
When I was when he was in that frame, someone said fit, fat, and dad.
50% attack, 50%
So he's
defense.
fit,
It's
you're
as good
dad,
a
and I'm
map as
fat,
we can have
I
to
guess.
kickstart things off for FearX.
No, you're-
They're fourth in both categories.
Damn.
Fourth for attack, fourth for defense. So they're definitely the
Guys,
favorite
I
of
felt
the two
KG's
teams.
bicep,
When you
that
kinda
shit
look
was,
at
like,
the
rock
numbers by
solid.
and large from what we've had so far, of course things could change.
Feels so weird not
Whole
hearing
new
the game.
environment, it's best of
No.
3.
No, family's not with me. Just by myself. Every time I go on one of these trips, it's actually really nice. My mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law all stay at my house the whole time that I'm gone. So my,
Oh, that's really nice.
this way the kids are not like missing me as much, and my wife's not overwhelmed.
That puts them
Yeah,
at
yeah.
13, so slightly below average.
Mez take.
They did pick this map as well,
FearX.
and they are on the attack.
They want to get that wall open.
Coated with these final Selma. And Woogie is going to look to try and get
Yeah,
some
so
control
delayed.
over towards the mezzanine on that
Yeah, we
one,
were
feeling
15
confident.
seconds or
So
something.
far, CAG not really giving them anything. In fact, so much so,
Sorry.
they gave them the corridor,
No, you're
but it's Chipper 2 that gets the opening kill of this quarterfinal.
Do we have to have the delay?
But they've lost 2 in
The 15-second delay, do we have to have it?
Coded guess does go down, but it's
Okay.
now a 3v2
Okay.
in favor of FearX. As Addington's on the floor, say goodbye to Good Boy and CAG. It's Black Ran Sharif that stand up in this opening round. And down to Rin, the solo for FearX.
Rin's been sharp
No.
at this event, so do not count him out. But breaking this cross
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
will be surely a challenge. Sharif close, Black Ray at distance, and it's a down, could play for information, but the swing is good. And CAG take round 1.
Wait, I
That's
don't
what
like the
CAG
fact that we
needed
have
as
to have a
well.
15-second
Sharif,
delay.
the lowest rated player remaining at this event, but he
I
was
don't
their
know.
highest rated player.
Like,
back in
I can
Boston,
know when
back
the
at
kills are
6
happening behind
Invitational.
me.
And
Yeah.
he is their fragger. He
Kinda
is
scuffed.
what can
I feel
really
like
set
before we
a
didn't
light of
have to, but I don't know. Maybe I'm
huge
wrong.
importance for this CAG roster in this best of 3. And if he's firing,
I don't really watch
CAG
R6
may
videos
just
and
have
I
enough
love that
firepower to
style.
match
Thank
this
you, man.
FearX
Appreciate
roster.
you.
Yeah, it was an
The
intriguing
longest
attack from
run in the
FearX. They went for
payday,
that
I don't
opposite
even know
across
that
with
level
I think it was a 3-2
388.
split at least. Elected to go very deep,
Is it
diffusing in
payday
hand.
2
And
or
once they
3?
lost that retaining
built
or
like
regaining
Book
control
Armor.
was always going to be a challenge. They probably had a path towards a more default plan potentially, but elected not to go for that. Cyclops, to their credit, were able to hold that backline nicely, got the initial pick, gave them a bit of advantage to then trade around, and ultimately doing a good job as we enter a bit of a pause.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get the old standard rehost, unfortunately. One round in. It happened a couple of times throughout the group stage. It feels quite fitting that it maybe now happens here. But, you know, it gives us a time to kind of just breathe, relax, kind of just reset a little bit, maybe analyze that opening round. Because it was an intriguing one. It was a slow-paced hit by FearX. And don't get it twisted, they can go pretty fast. FearX are at the group stage, certainly at times. We're more than happy to be aggressive and flex some of that firepower that they have, especially with the likes of Coded and Mephi, who I think are probably one of the stronger members on that roster.
It's been great so far. It's been great. So what do we do since we're here? Since we're just like in between rounds, we have a attack time now, it looks like. Okay, so what do we do since we're here? At least for me, my flight actually got canceled when I got here, and I had to like rebook it, and I flew for like almost 24 hours to get here.
Going deep for the picks as opposed to looking
and then after that,
denial and going for that default plan, there was that summer breach.
First day that I got there, I like forced myself to stay awake, and I already saw the Curse the Redeemer statue, which was really cool. It is very surreal up there. Like pictures definitely do not do it justice. It's like crazy. Something that I never would like come here to come see. But like for the fact that we're already here when I saw it is amazing.
But as mentioned before, unfortunately, they haven't had a lot of them to play around.
What else did we do? And we went to a Brazilian steakhouse yesterday, so that was good. You know what I mean? Love my meat.
No, bro, like it's so my stomach is fucking exploding because I've only had meat, like red meat and chocolate and cheese.
So see, that's just what I eat every time anyway, so I'm fine.
After that, it kind of
fucking Americans.
Fucking
American. He's also used to it, bro.
Dude, it was great.
American over here. God damn it, bro.
Tell you something, brother. Ain't nothing like a nice steak.
Ain't nothing like a nice steak. 1-0-2, yes, sir. I was 1-0-2. Absolutely, I was 1-0-2.
So for CAG to only have 2 versus the 4, I mean, that's a stark difference. You're not going to be able to win this match, win a best of 3 if you've only got 2 or 3 players that are fit and firing. So seeing Sharif in that opening round perform the way he did is certainly...
Is that crazy to think about for you, though? Like that some people weren't alive for that?
It is. I remember where I was. I was like in, I don't know, I forgot what grade actually now. But I remember the teacher, everything like that. And they actually wheeled out a TV and we were like watching it, and everyone was just like so like shocked.
It really isn't super attacker or super defender sided. You just got to win your rounds. And especially if you're looking at it from CAG's perspective.
On the way back, yeah. Oh, ready to go?
Dead last.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we have our meet and greet. So you guys get,
all right, Jack, y'all get Dapper, the go
in round 1.
My king. Following on a little bit on CAG, I couldn't help it.
It's my moment.
Notice a high volume.
Dapper is my editor, aka just a fusion of me and KingGeorge. He's like silly half Chinese.
I'm basically
knocking them out of this event. And walked out to what can only be described as a little bit of hostility. FearX, certainly the crowd favorites in this matchup. And I think, honestly, for many neutral fans, perhaps watching this event, they are rooting for them to do well here at Reload. We'll be back in a moment's time. Crowd building here Friday morning in Rio. Sun shining outside, but we're sitting indoors to enjoy some C-Jacks. Round 2. It will be basement for this particular occasion, and an opportunity now for FearX to respond in this match, bite back.
I broke it.
Yeah, and I just actually had Laxing just send me some numbers in regards to the EPS conversation we were just having. As they apparently didn't have enough time on the desk to get through everything. He's so eager to get this out. So I'll do it for him. But the EPS average for FearX is 105. The EPS average for CAG is 91, so that is a huge differential.
I gotta scoot to the middle.
So it really does sort of highlight
the game is all the way over here, and then you guys are
struggling, who's very much bringing that average down for CAG. If he performs and he's performing well, if you've got 2 kills in that opening round, that's going to help them out a lot. So
guys,
good start for CAG,
has anyone even been watching
one round of many, especially in a
holy
best
shit,
of 3.
Old Man was replaced by a young
FearX is mapping. We go to Cafe next. CAG, could they shock everyone? It's a long way to go, but a good start.
The Death did 0 as that Cafe, being very execute heavy. We've seen that style really be the meta at this event. Could somewhat suit them, and FearX will struggle, especially defensively, play that more fluid style. I'm not as convinced, but wait and see. Still a long ways away, hopefully. This is a close opening affair. Utility to be cleared. The Goyo canisters from Chibisu will dissuade any immediate push. FearX electing to bring the back beard again in this round. Created space in the last round, but did fall to the opening pick. And The rest dismantled. Sense as well in play this round. And an operator that's got a little bit of play time too.
It was 3 kills, by the way, for Sharif. Correct myself there. We still have the numbers, by the way, in terms of KDAs, even though we did lose that opening round due to the rehost. There's 2 kills for Coded as well for FearX. They did find a couple of kills on the side. That little trade game, early peak. Chibitsu did find the opening kill in the first round. Able to do so here, but certainly an opportunity, and happy to play aggressive right now, but that push through from Rin. Not a surprise with the way that FearX want to play. But the trade from Anderton does come through ever so delayed and gets rid of Woogie on the Blackbeard. So 2 rounds in a row that FearX are not going to have access to that shield play.
And if you talk about active v passive util, oddly enough, it is actually a net win for Cyclops. Those Goya canisters already been deployed. Woogieman won't now get value from his shield.
1 Nitrocell available for CAG through our Cully. And then was on this roster, then left, went to Crest Gaming, then came back. Coded still with 3 by himself, but they lose Ring. And CAG are going to take a 2-0 start in this quarterfinal.
Thank you, thank you.
Just a 49% cost for our Cully at this event.
Absolutely.
But having impact early here on Lair. Cyclops looking energized.
Sorry, we had...
Good trade from the Nitro. Execute then falling apart somewhat for FearX. They were never allowed, never enabled
you guys
to pull off the Ying Sense combo that ultimately I think they were gunning for. It just never really came into fruition.
It's the dream start for CAG. All the talk, all the pressure is with FearX. Everyone has been talking about them this event and how good they have been playing, rightfully so. But no one's been talking about CAG.
No more delay.
FearX. Timeout has been taken, as you can clearly see.
Turn down the stream.
Talking in the background to his team. And I like an early timeout. You know that about me, guys. You know, you want to take them early. Don't let that snowball happen in terms of the scoreboard pressure.
Is that better? That should be better.
And we've seen actually really good reception
for
Dark and what he's been able to do with this FearX roster. Of course, Brazilian
unfortunately, I think the
Brazilian arena
caster audio will be louder now.
They would love to make that semi-final tomorrow.
But now we can hear it. We can hear it now. We can hear it.
So Punk's briefing then on the agenda for round 3.
I believe I'm number 2.
The final round before the additional bans as well come into play.
Number 2.
And I can't help but feel that if Cyclops elect to then take the Blackbeard off after this round, that things could actually get even more challenging for FearX. So
1v1, 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 1v1.
Especially in the context of it being a BO3, but it is critically important that they, in my eyes, find this, even just for the confidence boost as well. Keeping in mind, yes, for both teams playing in front of the crowd for the first time, but added weight and added pressure for the Korean region as well.
I got 2 chats. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep everyone happy.
Maybe in FearX, so they just need to overcome that initial hurdle, get that first round, build up some confidence, and then let the rest of the game come to them.
Where's Fett? Guys, Fett
time as well for
and
back home
KingGeorge
in
went to a
Japan. It's only like 10 p.m. So a nice little game of Siege before bed. It's only 10 a.m. here.
Turn this down.
I don't think the locals are probably rushing too much to come see this one, but in terms of back home, all eyes on this.
Are we good? I can turn my mic up, but I don't think I can.
Blackbeard. They go double shield though, but they ditch the Blackbeard. They go Blitz and they go the Monty this time around.
Who do you think is winning FearX? Guys, my voice is completely shot.
Very intriguing.
There's nothing I can do about it. My voice is completely dead.
I think they're going to let that emphasis on Mephi, but we're in on the hard bridge anyway. Talk about the hard entry. Shuts down Sharif.
It's completely dead.
For the first time, they're going to be able to have a good
advantage.
I'm
sorry.
Without CAG being able to get anything back quickly,
my voice is completely gone.
It's going to help out their attack immensely.
Yeah, Rin supported their double entry through mods.
I know you did on purpose. I was envisioning it. Getting freaky at the event. Okay. I don't know what's going on in KingGeorge chat.
Impact though. His shield play thus far.
All right,
in this
now we can actually watch the game. It's a 4v5. CAG is up 2 rounds, which I'm actually impressed.
Both occasions so far.
I'm actually very impressed.
Cully now back to 3K in the prior round under some pressure to probably...
Fed should be streaming most of the games today. I think he might miss 1 at most. 1 at most.
So far, though, FearX haven't been able to capitalize and find any more kills, but they are gaining ground. They are getting...
You're so quiet?
Position.
Am I quiet? Oh, whoa. There's nothing I can do about the lag, guys. It's a BO3, yeah. It's a BO3.
But around this storage hallway is Murphy, waiting to see if CAG want to go for a flank here on the counter-attack.
Oh, they got the res. So Black Ray back up and has one gas babe in hand, which could be a difference maker.
I look so white on
And
stream.
reposition
Like,
as
I
well.
swear I'm not actually this, like,
Everybody from
pasty
Cyclops now
IRL.
falling back to the first floor.
This is insane.
Outside of Chibisu, lurking basement, keep that in mind for a potential plant denial opportunity.
Yeah, all top
Game
four
is
at the
a
moment
good
for
bit
FearX.
louder than you.
I
don't know how to fix that. Because the game is really quiet already.
They couldn't win the battle, which he needed to save the round for CAG,
So I don't know.
which is now falling apart. A low
I don't
health
know.
Black Ray, one gas babe remaining. So a lot of pressure.
Why
now
is
on
your
the shoulders
voice
of
gone?
Jujitsu with 30 seconds
Just yelling.
left. FearX must find their opening round of this quarterfinal.
And he's had to reposition back off basement because Arkali died. 25 on the board here for FearX to break down his defense.
Long angle, almost. No, up close. Black Ray captures Mephi off guard. Well, the plant goes down inside of Bucks.
3v1, this looks like FearX round. This is, oh, yeah. W. Guys, I can't turn up my mic. There's nothing I can do. I can't do anything.
Yeah. And that's the kind of round.
I literally can't do anything. How is the event so far? I haven't done any. This is the first game.
The question is, what is it?
It's a toss-up between Blackbeard and Blitz. We saw the Blitz particularly effective.
The mic and the game audio is the same source in OBS. I can't turn up one without turning up the other.
Along with the glass band. I don't know about that one.
Fett will be back soon. They're at a meeting.
To be fair, for the majority of rounds, 2 out of 3, they actually have done a good job in shutting them down. I will say
Dedicate. We are all being dumb, but that's just how we roll in KG chat. W.
They can just enforce that for FearX. They can just keep playing shields for the rest of this half.
Yeah.
If they choose to. So far, actually, as of right now, heading into the 4th round, they may not.
Guys, we had Brazilian steak last night. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse. Mint. It was mint. It was mint. Let me tell you.
Maybe we'll take the shields off now. No, not the case.
I think they should be back. It's 10:20 in Brazil. 10:20. They should be back in 20 minutes. 10:40.
Yeah, Blackbeard comes through here.
20 minutes.
Man, no surprise.
Well, last time we saw the triple stack ops. They went
Cool looking stage. Yeah, the stage is cool. You guys see it if I scoot over? It's down there.
Well, luckily, last time it was Chibitsu that found the headshot onto the pushing Blackbeard. That really helped them in that round. It was still scrappy.
Right over there.
Still around 1-4.
How many matches are today? I believe there's 4 matches today. 4 matches today.
But also no echo.
Of course, you went to a steakhouse. Break that down all the way. Guys, if you've never been to a Siege event, let me break something down for you. The base, like when someone's shooting a gun, or like when someone, a Finka boost is crazy. When someone hits a Finka boost on land, oh my gosh. You can feel that shit in your chest.
But it's like you said, if this does go to overtime, this is going to be the side of choice for both teams. So you
Give me a Skinny Penis Hall push.
as much as possible.
Yeah, that's true.
I really like the way CAG is working. I've for so long wanted CAG, well, just APAC in general to succeed, and they're actually doing like really good this event. I'm really excited for it. You in the box? No, we're not in the box. We're just up in the higher levels of the state of the arena. Like I can hear everything. We're not enclosed at all.
Sensing that will stall them out late round.
I'd play Finka just to do that, bro.
That's
Yeah,
a really good camera, yellow ping information. Not really in a position to see that get shot out. 90 seconds remaining in the round, but again, top floor, when it comes to lead, you don't have to worry too much about the time. Good boy sensing maybe an opportunity to catch someone through that.
Let's actually watch the game here, chat.
Doing his job on the buck.
We got an upstairs bomb site. Trying to take below. Looks like Good Boy on the buck is trying to play some vertical.
Giving no information.
They're popping these Goyos to make time.
They don't have to worry about the lurk from that position. They know it's head on from
Fettuccine is here. He's at a meet and greet right now to take over.
A good read here. It's just about executing the play.
Yeah, same goes as well for FearX, though, in the way that they're eventually going to look to execute it towards sight.
This vert is going to be a problem. But it looks like they don't have much map control. FearX don't have much going on. There's only 50 seconds left. I don't know how they're going to do this. They're just not popping Goyos.
45 seconds on board.
Yeah, I mean, right now, though, for FearX, they've got to start actually hitting the site. So
Which F2, wow, ring that
to get on that flank, get on that road, try and capture before they get into the site.
Good boy's already back on
We need your professional silver
There's not a lot
commentary.
of time remaining here for FearX.
I could unmod you right now.
They haven't been able to clear out anyone. First contact with Blackray into the shield of Boogeyman. The expect one coming from all
Oh, little trade? W trade. It's just a 20-second exit. What are you going to do? It's just whoever wins, wins. There's no point. Oh, a Frozen? Whoa! No way. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Anyone know whose map this is? I actually have no idea. Guys, the casters, by the way, the English casters are right next to me. Like, they're right there. It's so cool seeing them. They're so cute. They're so cute.
And he swings the doorway.
I believe this is CAG's pick.
FearX suffering.
I believe this is CAG's pick.
Execute. The plant position was not that safe, and Cycle did a good job to initially deny and then place it in a winnable position.
Why is he peeking? He's peeking because he has to make space in case he plants in the other bomb site. Now he could have ran back into the other room as soon as he saw him cross on the holes, but he was making space in case he planted in the other bomb site. My voice is going to be gone in a second.
That's a huge moment for Rin and for FearX to take top floor here on lair away from CAG. Again, it's a
What's up, Holic Out?
kind of map.
It's FearX map? Okay. Cool. Yeah, it is FearX map. You're right. It's the best three. Best three.
Strong point for FearX. In saying that, now that we've played 4 rounds, that's 3 out of the 4 rounds entries in favor of FearX. So the numbers that we have
today is only quarterfinals. When does Falcons play? Falcons is the last game of the day.
That is not good news.
I can bring up the schedule for you guys real quick.
They
Hang
needed
on.
something from Sharif at that moment. When there was 2 players left up, Sharif
Give me Juan
and
second. Give me Juan second.
Stand up.
Give me Juan
Sharif needed
second.
to get involved the way he did in that opening round. He is a difference maker. Does that put pressure on his shoulders?
Okay.
Yes, maybe. But
So
you've got to revel in the pressure.
here is the schedule. Everyone put this down in your notes.
Rayora in play for round 5.
After this game, at 12:30 p.m. EST, you have Elevate versus Wild Card. Oh, there it is right there.
At least in the games that we've covered. At the right time, the right moment, with good timing and the correct placement.
I have it at FedR6. By the way, guys,
tricky to
the chats are not logged in to KG and Fett respectively. So if you add them, it doesn't do anything.
And that dream start for CAG in terms of the opening 2 rounds.
They are at a
evaporate a little bit.
they are at a meet and greet, so they'll be back in like 14 minutes. They'll be back.
Who looks to get on the front foot now? I will say,
This is my favorite bomb site to watch in Pro League. I love, well, on this map. This is my favorite bomb site on this map to watch. I absolutely love this bomb site. It's so open, and there's so much vert potential, and there's so many ways to hit the site. All right, chat's connected. No, there's 2 different chats, so it's kind of hard to read both. How did you reverse the maul? Oh, okay. I see. Guys, KG is actually really cool.
Just curb that momentum. FearX were certainly building. A very dominant and quick round from CAG on the defense.
Bank basement sucks. It's really the same thing every single time. There's absolutely, happy birthday, Tamerlane. There's absolutely no variation whatsoever when you're watching Bank basement. It's like a solved. It's like a solved. It's a solved site.
SMG in hand off the back of the initial Nitro, hitting some clean shots.
Fett pays you, so read Fets. I don't know about that. KG's really cool. I was talking to him for like an hour last night. in front of the hotel.
They're looking to extend that.
Our drop's working now?
Second floor
It
of the
should be.
site, which they
I hope so.
narrowly won out last time.
Well, I posed the question as well in relation to the bans, but so far, one big positive for CAG is they've actually been
Think basement is fun?
incredibly well this
I don't think it is.
Like, we haven't
It's
actually
pretty
really
boring to
seen the
watch.
shields be a determining factor for FearX.
Probably the one round being fun.
It is so loud.
Initial.
Oh my
Outside
gosh.
of that, I agree. That's probably a large reason as to why we're not seeing the band out in this round.
Ooh, Memphis, Rayora. We saw the newest operator selected quite a few times back in the group stage, but to little effect. Not
in the last round, and it
Bank is one of the best maps, though. It's just great. I think Bank is boring.
So I'm keen to see what they bring this time.
They've got to try and find a little bit more focus.
The map, it's just like Oregon. It's the same thing every single
Clearly, last
time.
round was more
Like,
of
there's
a
no
double
variation
shield
at all.
tactic. The Rayora very secondary in that, but this time you only bring the one Montaigne. You go for
Like when you played in ranked, like when I play it, I like it. But watching it in Pro League,
attacking lineup.
meh. Same thing every time.
Once again here to close out the opening half of this quarterfinal. Best of 3 opening map. It's a marathon, not a sprint. No
All right.
BO1s.
Mirror and
2 minutes on the clock.
Time on this site, and that changes the dynamics significantly.
2 minutes
Slightly
on the
more open,
clock.
aggressive
Look at
holding,
that.
and Cyclops, especially over towards the opposite side of the map.
I should have brought a
So
hoodie,
very
Chad.
eagerly
I
lurking
really
into
should have brought a
late
hoodie.
round last time out. This time, though, not going to be as easy to go for that late
With
sweep.
the main wall.
And so we'll see how FearX adjusts.
Montaigne is
Their
pushing
mid-round
in.
adjustments, I think so
What is
far
that
probably
room
haven't been
called? I always
as good as
forget.
the Group stage, but
This room that he's in right now. What is that called?
we'll be needs to find more impact.
I always
on field
forget.
play. That's one of the biggest letdowns for them.
Border's
Thus
fun,
far,
Villa's
this map.
fun.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
his job isn't to
I'd love
really
for Villa to come back.
do a whole lot more than to just push forward, take space, be a nuisance
I
to
would
the defending team.
love
Again, Woogie, the
for him to
lowest
come
rated
back for a
EPS
league.
player on the roster for FearX at the tournament, but I mean, I'd probably
Dapper,
expect him
hello.
to be
Hello,
hard
Corey.
shields.
Yeah, it's not kills, it's just creating space and pressure.
And
I
probably
miss
staying
you.
alive a
I miss
little
you
longer
too.
as well.
Survivability, yeah.
Operational.
Well, canisters being a nuisance in delaying for FearX. Those fires will extinguish momentarily.
Just
AG
one
is
play
soft
down
in a
below
different
from
way, you know,
defense,
the
flat
soft
race, so no
hands.
nitro threat below.
He does have
50
soft
seconds on the
hands.
clock.
I won't lie.
Sense that FearX are posturing for
His nice skin.
the default hit. Cody will open that wall and they'll try and get the plant down. So oversimplifying the attack. Certainly can
Is
work out.
Nighthaven
gets
defense
rid of the
sided?
bulking canister
Nah,
as well on
I
the
think
other
it's more
side of that
attack sided,
wall.
if anything.
Not just all in hand for Anaton. He's not the only one. Jubitsu also has one available towards display.
And now an EP need to leave ranked. I don't think so. I think they're very good
this
right
time. He does come back.
I think they're just waiting for the fire. I think they're just waiting for the fire to evaporate.
Yeah.
One close right. Memphis should be aware of that. Gate will probably go in deep. Gasbait goes out nice and early here from Sharif. Has 2 more available, so they can actually delay in terms of time for the remainder of this round. CAG in a really good position. They just cannot panic when things start to actually unravel from the attack of FearX. As you imagine, at certain points, they're going to look to try and go in. And Arkali is ready. Goes for the counterpunch before FearX can even throw their first. Got to get Woogie in. Got to get that Montaigne into a good position. Deep ring, go for the plant safely. Now inside of Mars, Jibitsu shuts down Rin. FearX can't shoot or see anyone. There's no time left in this round now for FearX. CAG holds strong on the top 4.
It's going to be
And a bit
2-4
of a
now.
nothing kind of round for
2-4.
FearX to close out the first half, and CAG will take a 4-2 lead at the half.
Very stalled out there on attack. Cyclops
Whoever in the
perfectly
other chat
into
said
Goyo,
Villa is
smoke,
fun,
the
needs a
nitro
ban.
denial,
All right.
throwing a reposition over towards Bridge. And then the late flank as well there from Anaton. That little reposition Mez. Absolutely perfectly played.
If
Their
you have
attack to show a
fun
little
in
bit more on that
Siege,
attack.
that
Too
probably
static,
warrants
too
a ban.
stalled,
Dude, KG's
quite
chat is
one-dimensional.
insane.
They didn't have any X factor around the
Holy.
map to lurk, to find a pick, to distract, to garner any attention from the defense, who had all guns and all utility faced at one specific position.
Here we go.
Very clean work. KG
Blitz
Sakura
to
off
butt
to a
out.
very, very solid start.
It's too bad.
But the job's not done though for CAG. Now this is where it becomes a little bit more difficult.
The high five fist bump thing
entries, none
bugs
of those
me.
numbers
Why?
bode well for them, but they've given themselves a good little platform to build off. You've got the confidence, a couple of rounds
Bartlett
in.
needs to come
Any kind
back
of
to
nerves that
ranked.
you
I
may
agree.
have had coming
I
onto the
agree.
stage here as well should be
Yo,
gone
Dapper
from
Mapper.
here.
Hi, Meows. Hi.
So they've got to find an avenue of attack that they've
Oh, I
not
saw that.
had
That
so
guy
far
walked
at
up to
this
me and
event
Fett
thus far.
when we got here. That was a W
Close
guy.
out this opening map and
Say he was
take
coaching
away
in NA a
FearX's
few years
map
ago,
pick
or
on
maybe
left.
last year. I couldn't hear him.
Again, on the flip side, though, for FearX, a 66%
He was really
defensive
good
win
guy.
rate of the event puts them 4th best. So by no means will they be an easy task for CAG to break down their defense.
New half, new band.
I have 71 Discord notifications. All right. Let's chill out a minute. Let's chill out a little bit. It's all one group chat. Let's chill out a little bit.
In this half, defensively, last half, it was electricity-based plus the Echo, which had impact. So Bandit, Kayi, and the Echo. This
Like,
time
pick,
around,
oh, you're saying like when people can't decide whether to fist bump or high. Yeah. Well, generally on lane it's fist bumps, right?
Yeah, careful.
Generally. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I appreciate it.
What kind of impact can Sharif have from down below?
Appreciate
Some
it
of that
very much.
pressure in a couple of instances from FearX, namely from the Buck. But Sharif might be able to displace.
Guys, honestly, I thought FearX was gonna win this like pretty easily, but CAG is like actually doing really well. Like this is surprising to me. Although they are same region, so they do know each other very well.
Drone work, a little bit of utility.
I feel like.
From Anaton.
Also, for everyone who wasn't here when I said this last time, my voice is completely shot.
Ultimately, it could be the
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be very loud, and I'm also gonna be like very chalky because my voice is just gone. How's the weather in Brazil? It's actually really nice. It's not too humid. It's not too.
It's all about kind of clearing out a lot of
I don't
positions
know.
on this map.
It's not too hot. It's not too humid. It's like a.
To do so, you want to do it quickly.
It's like a middle way. It's like the middle way. There's also a pool on our roof, so.
Warning targeted. Quite some distance away, and Woogie in a fairly safe position.
Osaka for the win. Osaka would be
I'm not
awesome.
sure if that was to just kind of add some pressure or if it was due to the ROU that went up, the shield screen activated by Anaton. But they're getting into somewhat decent position, CAG, to cause some disruption to FearX defense. FearX are clearly trying to play somewhat aggressively to deny them position close to the site, and Wookie will find the opening kill on Anaton.
It's a 4v5 again for CAG, but they've consistently won this game.
Chibisu fights back though, Rin falls. Woogie in a key power position, but also slain. The back-to-back kills from CAG, 45 seconds on the board.
And they've got mess control now.
How are the
so
babes
established
in
position
Brazil?
along with those kills. Play up
I actually had a
conversation
about this with someone
down to the late round execution. That's probably
the other day.
their downfall of the event so far.
The whole like BBL thing is extremely unattractive in my opinion. Like it looks so awful.
He will fall. Chipetsu looking to win his battle, and he has some help.
I mean, CAG is just frying.
And CAG,
CAG is absolutely frying out here.
Puts them 5-2 up.
I
Their
love
biggest
it.
lead they've
I love
had
it.
so far on Lair to kickstart the quarterfinal against the Titans from
Absolutely
Korea.
love it.
And so far, you got to remember, they've already used their tactical
yapper,
timeout. This is their map
Yapper the
pick.
yapper.
The expectations
I'd be yapping a lot more if
FearX
my
coming
voice wasn't
into this
gone.
match, coming into these finals.
Fist bumps are more sanitary. Yeah, that's true. KG has the
Nervous
biggest
moments
dumpy
for
in
the
Brazil,
Koreans.
though.
Yeah, you
He
could really
does.
see the contrast
He
in the
does,
last
absolutely.
two rounds. Same side, but very different attacking.
They almost
approach.
didn't let him
Some of that is
go to the
back
Christ
to the
Redeemer
dance,
because like he
but
was
far more
broken
dynamic
train.
there from Cyclops.
They had to let him. They had to get out a special train, like the trolley, the gondola. They had to get out a special one, and he was the only one allowed on it.
The Deimos late there.
Because his dumpy was just too big.
Potential from Coded. They didn't allow the Nitro to play Havoc with Good Boy caught on the other side of the map.
See, I told you, CAG wins those. Like CAG just has consistently won the
Must be
4v5s.
said, a very, very clean brand of Siege. Not making a way to kick off your attack.
I mean, they're not making a lot of mistakes. They're not making a lot of errors.
Yeah, you yap too much.
Admittedly, for
Now
FearX, I think the
only
way they
quiet
played that
yapping,
round is
sneaky
good. They
yapping
were
tomorrow.
trying to deny the mezzanine
I don't
position,
know about
try and make
tomorrow.
front contact, don't allow
I might
them
be
to
shocked
pull away
until I get
mezzanine
home.
position outside the site, and then you get kind of stuck inside. So they're trying to very much.
But don't worry, I'll be
keep CAG
yapping.
at bay,
Even
but
when I
CAG
can't
is
yap,
better
I'd be
as it
yapping.
comes up, and
Don't worry.
Akali is having a huge
My hair, hang on, let me
performance
fix
so
my
far.
hair. Okay.
Again, we did lose the opening round stats, so they're a little
There we
bit
go.
janky, but 8-3 for Akali, 8-3.
All right. I hate how
for
white I
Korea.
look on the camera.
And I mentioned the sort of importance of that because
CAG
kinda look at
Osaka
the
in the
numbers coming
finals.
into this
Oh,
game, who are
yeah.
the top-rated players,
Osaka,
it's Anaton and Blackray.
CAG Osaka.
So you've got
I'm
others
very
standing
excited.
up.
I'm very
That's what
excited.
this team needed.
And the finals would be awesome. They're playing really good right now.
And on the flip side,
this isn't even their map
there
pick.
really aren't too many big performers on the side of FearX right now.
Drink lemonade.
Really
Ooh.
a solo standing player
tea.
who is performing.
Take good care. Thank you,
from the
Mouse.
7 rounds so far,
I
only
very much
2 of
appreciate
those
you.
occasions, the opening kill
I will
have
drink
not
some
been
tea later.
converted. One towards the defense of Cyclops and one on attack of the prior round.
I will drink some
Entry was a
tea.
massive stat that we highlighted going into this match. Cyclops the worst team at this event for entry. So far doing a decent job
Falcons
here,
and
though,
Elevate in
where-
the finals. Got a feeling.
and even showing resilience in the face of not winning that entry on a couple of occasions and on both sides as well. So all signs.
I don't even think that's possible because I'm pretty sure they play each other today, don't they? No. W7N Falcons and then Loud Furia. Oh my gosh, back-to-back insane games.
I'm not. I felt this was a little
Back
bit
to
closer than
back,
people maybe would have given it credit for. Yeah, there's the hype from FearX, what they were able to do in the group stage.
You got it?
You got to remember, CAG qualified
Thank
a little
you,
earlier.
thank
They had a
you.
huge win over Liquid.
Full flank.
Flank attempt here from Good Boy. Down main stairs on the Vigil. There is one close left. He's not fully aware of it just yet. I think there's also one on the right
What'd you
side.
change your
He could be
prediction
in a
to?
position where he could get timed
I think he got
against him.
Yeah, he got dragged before he activated the gadget, actually.
You change it
Not a lot
to
of time remaining
to
in this
FearX
round, by the way,
winning
for
or to
CAG.
CAG winning?
And now they have to go hunting for this Vigil or leave him to his own devices. Oh, it's a side straight into Lab. It's going to be the Blackbeard. Anita looking to stick to plan, and so far it's just completely uncontested.
Wow. I mean, what is going on
Just
with
walking
Fear?
into the site.
With
No
FearX?
one
What's
watching.
going
It's a
on?
late gas babe, and they get the kill off to Good Boy, so they deal with that roaming Vigil. This is a huge win in the round for CAG. All that conversion.
CAG is just looking
now they can play first
phenomenal.
angles as well. Close door. Yeah, there's nothing Cody can do.
Wow, look at that angle under the bomb. Oh my gosh, that post is insane. That's an insane post plan. Oh my gosh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out. Oh, Black Ray. Wow.
Deservedly so. Outside of a micro moment from Mephi, CAG deserved that round, and Black Ray made a surety of it.
6-2.
I get this is experimental, but because there's money on the line, this formatting is gross. The best teams most certainly make it. It just feels messed up because there's people's livelihood up for grabs.
Able to get that plant down uncontested.
Well,
that's a big mistake
first of all,
from FearX to allow that to take place.
Everyone knows what the format is, so it's not like it's unfair. Now, it might be unfair in the way that, or I guess in the sense that it doesn't
I mean, dare I say, this is
it
the
doesn't
worst seed we've seen from
punish
FearX.
losing and award winning as much as other events. But at the same time, that's the entire point. You don't just play Siege, you have to also play the event. That's the entire point.
And I say that maybe for FearX, but this might be the best Siege we've seen from CAG.
So I don't think it's unfair. I just think that there's some teams that only played Siege, and then there's other teams that played Siege and the event. And those are the ones who won. Also, the best teams most certainly make it is just not true, because almost every team that was eliminated had a better win-loss than all the teams in the playoffs. So I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest. But I like this. I love this tournament. I think it's great.
They've been playing some great Siege, but today they've woken up and
in my opinion, it completely destroys the competitive integrity. Okay.
Mental fortitude. If they can completely reset after this,
they have to reset,
and they're ready for Cafe.
No, in my opinion, you're wrong.
But it is it's concerning. It's also dominant on their map selection against them, right?
Yeah, and CAG, well, they've woken up and chosen violence. Taylor switched on, ready. Gotta remember for CAG, they did technically get one extra day off over
ball is ball.
FearX.
Absolutely.
Add to that as you will. I mean, it's not exactly the most physically demanding.
Problem is, it rewards losing teams. That's not true. It doesn't reward losing teams. It rewards the teams that play the tournament. It rewards the teams that use the format to their advantage. It has nothing to do with winning or losing. It has to do with winning or losing strategically. Good morning, as Brazil. It's amazing. You guys are wrong. It doesn't reward losing teams. It rewards teams who play the format.
Done a good job
to survive here.
Those track stingers are going to keep him well and truly below those stairs.
Yeah, he's pinned. He really should have
Where
gone
is
back
Fett?
on the Pal angle. It was cut off from CAG, but they let an opportunity slide.
He's at a meet and greet. He'll be back soon. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. What are you talking about? I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm the all-knowing. I'm the panopticon. People knew the bullet formats. Lol, it's not that crazy the way I ended up. Yeah. You guys are acting like it's some sort of like smoke and mirrors. Like everyone knew.
Potentially, they saw it.
Everyone knew the rules of the event before they started playing.
Continues to go the way.
It may be strategic, but it's unfair. Okay, that's fine. But it's not like it's unfair to the players. Everyone knew the rules. If you throw the games, you are able to pick the team that's actually the worst. Nobody should be purposefully losing. Well, I agree with you, but that's what the tournament. That's what the tournament awards.
A ton of information at the moment for FearX. They should know where this push is coming from right now.
Got to play off of that information, and so far so
it's
good.
A garbage format. I think it's fun to watch. I agree that it's not like the most competitive and it's not like the most fair. But at the end of the day, I think it's fun to watch. It breeds beef in the drafts. It's a new thing that they're trying. It's not just the same old, and I enjoy it. It's a breath of fresh air. It is unfair to the players if it is unfair. I don't think it's unfair to the players because everyone knew. Everyone knew the rules. I think playing good also requires exactly this. If you're a good player, you can adapt to the rules easy. Yeah, I agree. It's unfair because purposefully losing gets you sanctioned by unions. Yeah, I also want to clarify that. I don't think anyone's purposefully losing. Like, let me take Falcons and Eddie for example. Falcons had, what was it, either 7 or 8 points. They had seven bullets. They picked M80. They bet 6 bullets, which was one less than they had. So if they win the game, they get 6 bullets. If they lose, they go to the bottom and get to pick whoever they want and use extended mag. It's not about purposefully winning. It's about hedging your bets in both directions.
Communicate to say, if I'm going to peek vert, you need to peek close. So if I die, you get the kill. If you die, I get the kill.
Yeah.
But
The point of the tourney is to play strategically over playing with competitiveness.
Really, really well played from Woogie in terms of the
well, yeah.
game sense. He knows that Akali's
It's a different tourney. It's not the most competitive tourney. Like if you don't like that, then that's fine.
Chances of winning that round are so minute, especially with the scoreline as well. I think it would have been pretty easy for him to not go completely hands off keyboard, but mentally just check out.
I personally like seeing teams try to give a strategical. Try to use their strategical minds and like see what they can come up with creatively. I think that's interesting.
3-round deficit though still for FearX, and keep in mind.
All right, match point 6-3.
They use their tactical timeout after round 2. They have not.
So the Falcons lost, which benefited them. Got it. Yeah, but they would have benefited just as much if they won.
That might be their opportunity, right? Like impromptu, because now you're still alive.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They bet an amount of bullets that if they lost would have benefited them, and if they won, it also would have benefited them just as much.
But there is that concern. We touched on it in the previous round. 4 of the last 5 rounds, entry kills going the way of CAG. Yeah, FearX have got to flip that a little bit. They're going to find a way to be more aggressive.
Also, it's the first time Siege has ever tried anything other than like standard esports. You guys can't expect Siege to just spawn in with the perfect tournament of all time when they've literally never done anything like this before. That's also another thing.
So right now, CAG is definitely playing to their strengths.
But anyway, we're here to watch esports. Let's watch esports. That's the last I'll say about it. And I don't think that Fett or KingGeorge are gonna argue with you guys about this. So you might as well just get it out now.
It just feels like they're a little disjointed at the moment on their defense.
Sorry, KG's chat.
They get a reprieve, huge one at that. And an opportunity to just keep Lair going.
Yeah, it's Fett's chat. Guys,
Back to top
this is a great game and we're missing it.
Comps for both teams. Most notably, we see the sense drop from Cyclops and
This is a great game and we're missing it.
Tachanka dropped by FearX amongst a couple of other changes, but those are probably the key ones.
All right.
And so we'll see what kind of impact
Time to
that
lock
has
in.
terms of the kind of ground.
Let's lock
space
in,
that
shall we?
Cyclops are able to take it on both of those aforementioned operators. Critical to that. This from Anderson though, just going to sneak in over towards Skybridge. Could be impactful from down below on the vert. Facilitates a bit of a push here from Blackbrain. So immediate pressure in towards the R6 room. Compounded by Sharif from down below. So they are projecting, they are telling this story to FearX that they are going to go for this particular push. But as we have seen a couple of times, there is always the opportunity late round to pivot. And that might be exactly what's taking place right now.
As long as they don't pivot too late into the round, they've got to make sure they time this nicely.
Oh, Woogie has 3 gas babes, that's the key.
Still got to open up breach.
Yep.
Please tell me they can actually open up this breach, otherwise that pivot's going to be a huge thorn in their side.
It's just the mute on the wall, so Sharif can deal with that.
Time will be a factor though when you're heading into R6 and Master.
It's so weird to hear like the game behind me, because it's like it's kind of spoiling.
Pressure onto Arkali, also onto Anaton with the Dame off. Deathmark goes out onto the Wamai. Good point down. That's the mute. Trade, Blackbrain, no more ace. At the very least with CAG, there's still 25 seconds, so they've got some time here. They don't have to rush this. Ooh, at least not mentally. That's a very deep cross that has been made. Catch is coded off guard, and the swing is successful, but they lose Sharif behind. And CAG's rush into sight is dismal at best, and FearX were ready. And maybe ready to formulate a comeback here on Lair.
And the reason I let out that ooh was that deep cross all the way through R6 had the potential to backstab the defense and really cut off any retake potential, as the plant likely would have been in a position to at least, you know, tempt out utility, if not actually go down. So that was a key engagement to win the backline there for FearX.
At the end of the day, the event,
Immediately
they
off
need
the
to
back of that round,
they need to perk walk a bunch of cheaters. It would be so peak.
Call their one and
awesome.
only tack timeout on Lair.
Yeah, I mean, the perfect time to do so here for
absolutely,
CAG. They've
absolutely.
lost now the last 2 rounds.
And there's a
in row.
15-second delay,
Shouldn't
by
have
the way,
really
chat. I
lost
wasn't aware of that.
The
It was
early
like a
one at that, the
15-second
post
delay.
plan. So you got to make sure as a coach, hey, calm down. We're still.
By the way,
6-4
check
up.
out these
We've
waters,
still got 2
guys.
opportunities. We only
These
need
are the
one.
waters that we get
1
here.
for 2 here. Don't
It's like a
panic.
yogurt cup.
You guys have been playing really well. Just
It's
kind
like
of chill
yogurt,
out, get the job done. Here's
but
what
there's
you gotta
water in
do.
it, and they're so funny. I love these.
And a great opportunity
so
as
cool.
well for Dark to get involved to FearX and say, boys, proud of you.
I need to
Let's keep
save this
fighting.
one.
2 more.
That's
So, I mean, it
KG's,
kind
I
of
think.
sets up for a very tense finish here on Lair, the opening map of this all APAC quarterfinal.
These chairs are also very comfortable.
Yeah, especially for this side.
They sit up though.
We cast our minds back. It feels like almost a decade ago now, but that basement side was very dominant. Very dominant for Cyclops. Most notably, we saw FearX and Big Boy on Google go for that roam, and it had 0 impact.
They're hard to sit up.
Really clean from Cyclops.
They're very
last
hard
time
to
out,
sit up.
right? So I'm sure both teams would have been discussing that during the tactical timeout, how they're
Very
going
hard
to
to sit up
address
in.
it. Are FearX going to play even more aggressively off site? I see that they're bringing the pulse as well.
At the end of the day, this game
needs
needs to fix the cheater issues, or they're going to lose the rest of the fan base. I'm pretty sure they know that.
On offer here, a couple of attacker repicks as well.
Pretty sure they know that.
But it looks like they will commit with that vert-centric setup.
Pretty sure. W Wreck-It Ralph stream. There it is. There it is. I am Wreck-It Ralph, if you guys didn't know. I am Wreck-It
The
Ralph.
opportunity is there as we get a rehost called, so I think we're going to have a little bit more delay, a little bit more time here.
Yeah, we'll see what the result of that is. I mean, we'll progress forward at least for now until we hear word. So, as mentioned, Pulse is in play, so that will be a good counter tool if Cyclops
Why is the
head back up
arena?
above. They
why
did
is the
drop
arena
back
so
late, though,
empty?
so maybe a different
It's the
horizontal will be a
first
little bit
game.
more of the
I think a lot of
approach.
people aren't even awake right now.
And I am assuming we are getting that tech pause.
Yeah.
Cheating is a
absolutely
problem.
perfect.
Cheating is a
other
problem the
monitor,
majority of
exited
competitive
the server.
gamers
You
have
can see it in there.
nowadays. Yeah.
The players And it gives us the time to kind of debrief a little bit.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's kind of gotten to the point where it's like, if you don't want to play cheaters, then like go play a single player game. I will admit that it's like it's sometimes really bad in Siege, like right now, like it is pretty bad. But like, it baffles me that people like in the community think that like they're not aware of it or something.
In the history of Cyclops.
Like you guys think that Ubisoft just doesn't, like they don't want to do anything about cheaters? Like 10 years, blatant cheaters in Siege, and issues still exist, like come on. I mean, cheaters exist in every game.
They're not used to this.
Yeah, cheaters will, you can't get rid of cheaters. Cheaters will always be around. What's up, Clips?
Playing either with a hostile or even friendly kind of crowd atmosphere. But more importantly, even just kind
what
of
is up, Jab?
In these kind of matches and what it means to progress. Can they confirm a top 4 position at a major event? I mean, that's the thing, right? So there's that added pressure, and considering the siege that we're seeing from Cyclops in comparison to what we got
from
the
group
stage,
by the way.
which is kind of funny to say that considering how early they
I can see the caster's screen. I can see the lobby.
It's been a huge turnaround. They've found improvement. On the flip side for FearX, you know, have they kind of
we're starting soon, Chad. We're starting soon.
Have we seen the best of FearX prior to this? I'm not too sure. By no means am I off them.
I know they're aware of it. That's what's kind of embarrassing.
Really good coach. I rate Dark very, very highly. I think he's the kind of coach that, you know, after this map, if they did even though the next map is the map pick of CAG.
I think he deserves a lot
of
respect,
it's a little
right?
delayed, and there's audio now though.
Away in this region for a long time, and it finally feels like he actually has the squad that can get it done.
Well, they said that
Korea doesn't have the most depth when it comes to Siege talent. That's just the nature of a smaller region.
It was like an open qualifier for something. There was like 3 teams that signed up or whatever.
Yeah, so
you know, it's really
Bye, Chad.
Trying to work as best he can.
There's still so much. Let me see what I can do though.
That is there is really good.
Yeah.
But they haven't always been on the same teams, and so you've got 2 players that have come over from from D+. I think that they've been able to do a really, really good job, and ultimately we're seeing the fruits of that. You know, 4-1 coming into this playoff position.
Is this one?
And so we're going to get Laxing to come on in as well, by the way. I don't know if this is going to be a super technical host, but
why is it like
you got any word for us?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing? I mean, for me, watching how FearX is playing right now, they're playing a little scared versus what we saw during phase 1. They were on the fly. They were being able to adapt. Right now, we're seeing a lot of struggles, especially in the area of being able to adapt. They're just rushing bodies, forcing bodies into unwinnable situations. They need to slow down. They know how KAG plays. They just need to play into their fundamentals. And if they're going to use the utility, open these hatches, they need to they need to be playing that defense a lot stronger than what they were doing on their attacks, just forcing bodies after bodies into KAG.
Lax, I kind of want your thought. We're going to have a conversation. There we go. There, Lax, come on in, have a chat, because I think we've got a little bit of time here. It is obviously the map pick for CAG. They're performing very, very well, even in comparison. I have the same kind of belief that if they don't end up taking Lair with Dark and what they've been able to do, they've got the ability to bounce back, take then the CAG map pick of Cafe.
I think for the simple fact that this is now best of 3, they are going to be limit tested. They are going to be pushed to the brink where they are going to have to be forced to adapt, as I was talking about.
Why is theirs not delayed as much as ours? Like theirs is like live action, and ours like is delayed to shit.
With a good mindset of having a strong defense, it's just a matter of fact is that being able to adapt. Where we do know Apex struggles the absolute most is being able to adapt on the fly. But that's where I'm saying they need to look at what they were doing in phase 1. That was beating teams of G2, beating teams of SSG. Because they were being so good.
Buy Thermidate, chat. Buy Thermidate. Sub to Fett.
Let me see what the OBS sees. Okay, they should cover the link now.
I mean, you said it best there. They needed to
refreshing it.
Peak that vertical pressure, then someone needs to be swinging from that door. I mean, also with our Cully in that situation, in that 1v3.
Okay, now it's good. Okay, now it's good. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Is that he plays that 1v1. So it's situations
brilliant.
like
not
these,
leaked.
as great of moments as these can
not
create,
leaked.
you need to be
1080-60
on that same level
brilliant.
of communicating with one another
Brilliant.
to close out these rounds. And it goes back
Sick.
to our Cully, it goes back to that 2v1. If they just play together,
bro, stop calling Dapper Wreck-It Ralph. Y'all are pieces of shit for that. What the fuck?
Chat, no bully.
No bully, chat.
No bully.
No bully. No bully.
You already have 5, you don't need more. Dude, you always need more.
Okay, I'm gonna film a short.
This is a good area to do it from.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at this.
I might do it tomorrow.
Could have been worse.
That was really good.
Because I feel like it's going to be more packed out. Or I might do it for the finals.
So here we go. Obviously, everything reset. I'll give a little bit of an update regarding some of the numbers here. But Sharif 10 and 6, Kali
CAG
10 and 6.
6 rounds up.
A player that's 7 and 4 has a better.
So you're thinking FearX is going to win this?
2-1 on entry. He's got a
Yeah.
90% cost.
They're 6-1 up.
Yeah,
6-4 up.
Yep. I was actually I picked CAG. So what are your reload predictions? I didn't do a second video.
I picked FearX. But maybe CAG have it, bro.
Yeah. So I picked CAG.
Oh no, sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm live with KT. We live from the actual event itself. We got chat up. We got this up. It's in Brazil. Come check it out now. Twitch.tv Fan Our Success. Twitch.tv KingGeorge. You know where it is. Love you guys.
That's a good video right there.
Yes, sir.
Also want them to finish things off, right? So yeah, it's probably a stalemate. If anything, for CAG, they could stew on their thoughts. It really depends on how they're thinking. If they're thinking positively.
How to reverse the molding this quickly? What happened to my luscious hair?
So calm before the storm here.
Yeah, unreverse molding. The stream is laggy too. I don't know why it's laggy.
6-2 down.
I don't know. Listen, dude.
Since then, it's been able to turn.
Who needs a full head of hair? It's not really necessary. Hair is a luxury, okay? I'm just bringing it back to the basics.
5 of the last 6 rounds in favor of CAG. That's a concern. You've got to fix that.
CAG through a 2v1 post plant.
Get the defense onto the right footing here in this round. Start wild. Woogie looking for information on the Yokai through the drone hole.
Detected a bomb!
One thing as well here.
Top floor clear. CAG. They have full top floor already. It should be a really easy filtration take. Next step is taking that filtration staircase back there. Should be a shotgun playing on it with the smoke. Rin gets one on the yellow stairs flank. That's going to be a huge pick, especially if he stays in garage control now. He'll completely deny the backstab if there is any.
Dumbos, yeah, we're live. We're in Rio. We are in Rio.
They just need to lock it down, maintain.
Chat, is the stream quality bad? Is it?
Yeah, people are saying it's laggy. I did see on OBS the bitrate was kind of fluctuating.
Okay, so it's just the bitrate fault, it's not the. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's like the internet here, I guess.
Yeah.
Might just be on the struggle bus.
So that's at least one entry point.
Wouldn't just continue play. That's crazy.
Well, first you'll have to invent time travel and go back to 2017, and there you go, dude. That's when Continuum plays.
Stock player dying already is another huge pick, but it looks like CAG are actually flipping to a garage take instead of continuing with the filtration execute. But only 40 seconds left with the smoke still up. Smoke only has 1 smoke canister though. FearX just need to hold on to toxin control to win this round. Having no roamers in the vert to start's going to be biting them in the ass though, absolutely.
Slicing their way through this defense of FearX.
This is huge. Rin has round winning control. Rin has round winning control. He might be playing this a bit too aggressively though. What is the idea here? Target by Deimos. They're tracking him down. He's on the case. Mephi needs to move towards him now. Oh no! FearX threw the shit out of that last round. They have no idea what a win con is.
Cinnabelle, thank you for the 48-month resub. Welcome back. We have Comcast in Rio. Yeah, dude. It's sick. This internet is still infinitely better than Comcast, so we're good. Honestly, I can't talk too much shit about Comcast these days. They hooked me up. I have 2 gigabit up and down fiber now. So there's a slideshow right now. Oh god. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess you have been getting some frame drops, huh? Yeah. Just have to bear with us, chat. We'll ask for more bandwidth. Is it still like really laggy, Frost? So it's just randomly lagging here and there.
What was the bitrate set at? What was the bitrate set at?
6K.
Okay.
KG was here for it. Said it's the biggest dumpy in Brazil, so you want to run it back? Okay. You animate at this frame rate? Let's see. I'll watch my own stream. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I need to have my wife turn on my tablet so I can get my drops.
You're farming drops from your own stream?
I know the Rainbow Six one. I mean, when I'm like if I'm like live normally for the whole thing, I will. But
Fett, chalk you for missing most of the game, bro. I was doing a fucking meet and greet I had to do. Tasty, were you at the meet and greet? No, I didn't fucking think so. So you shut the fuck up, Hasty Gap Motion. Your Twitch name is Hasty Gap Motion.
that's pretty embarrassing, to be honest. $480. I don't know. Whatever. We'll just I'll try to ask them. Let's see if we can like beg for bandwidth.
No.
I'll ask really quick. Hold on. Oh, just like the stream is kind of like laggy. Is it possible just like I don't know if there's like a bandwidth allocation for like desk or something? Thank you. Yeah. Because we have like I think what it is we have 2 streams running. Yeah. They might have the bandwidth allocated one.
Wait, Fett, chat, is my stream bad or laggy? Because if my stream's laggy, then it might be like KingGeorge's stream. That's like maybe it's prioritizing mine or something. Cause it's the main.
Well, that's what OBS does. So when you use the multi-stream, the built-in stream or the main one on the canvas is the priority, and then it does all the other ones. So like whatever order you put them in, that's the priority if you give a drop in bandwidth of how it'll do. So you always want to do like when I do like Twitch, then YouTube, then there's like TikTok. So if TikTok lags.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. No, Joshi. Hello, you guys tall enough to go on all the rides there as well? Okay, bro. This is not an amusement park. Okay, so Fett's is good. All right, they're going to see if they can turn the bitrate up for us then. How do you know how old your R6 account was made if you want to get the new scan for having an OG account? It should show you like there should be like a way like on your Ubisoft account to see like the purchase date and stuff. Let's see. Been playing competitive? Not really. I mean, sometimes when you're at like an event like this, and it's like when we first walked in, you get like that like little bit of like, man, I kind of miss this. I'm sure you do too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, but like the day-to-day, not really as much, no.
Fat, stop eating in the mic. How about you stop letting your parents' marriage fall apart? Lurzar, pussy. You like that one? Did you like that one? You like that one? Thank you. Appreciate you.
You checked your email? Bro, you have emails from when your R6 your R6 account was made? It's on Shade Slayer. I did not eat a cash bar. I did go to a Brazilian barbecue place the other day that was very good. Delicious. Better than US Brazilian barbecue for sure.
You eat a capybara yet?
My goal is I just want to take a bite, you know?
Okay.
A nibble, perhaps.
A nibble, perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh, right now isn't looking like what we saw them in phase 1 where they were looking dominant. They were looking confident. They looked like they came ready to play where, you know, we say fear. It looked like the fear was being instilled.
I'm looking for like there's not like a lot of places that serve capybara.
Situations they were finding themselves in, especially on the attacks. They were just, instead of problem solving where we would see in phase 1, they were just forcing body after body after body, and they weren't finding any success on their attacks.
I mean, the strength of FearX comes from.
I haven't eaten all day, chap.
Float around
All right.
the map as a team, specifically on defense. When
That guy got earlier. He wished he had a bidet.
And I believe that they're starting off rough.
I wish I had a bidet in that hotel. I might install it tonight. Just to test run it once.
Yep. Well, there's actually there's the old school style bidets that are like, I don't know about, at least my room has like the hose.
Oh, the hose? Yeah, I should use that.
I used it. I'm not gonna lie. I think I told you the story, but I got tapped in the sack.
They finally figured out
how to maintain. So like I was using the bidet. So the chat, most of you guys have, at least from my stream, have my bidet. The traditional oldest style of bidet is either a separate unit, like the one that I made is like a newer style where it goes directly underneath your existing toilet seat. But traditionally they were a hose on the side of the toilet, basically, like we have in our hotel, or there was a separate unit. So when I was like, I used it, I took a shit, I'm using it, and I'm like, all right, let me turn the pressure up a little bit. So I'm testing the pressure. And I pushed it all the way down, and the pressure was so high, it slipped a little bit and just tapped me in the back of the sack. It kind of hurt a little bit.
Like the metal part?
No, like the spray of the water. It was high pressure, just little tap.
No.
Little sack tap.
You gotta keep the ball integrity high.
Yeah.
You have 2 more to go before you have the stack. You can't be losing them now.
I can't compromise the future seed stack. The unpaid free labor.
All the teams, even the teams that have been eliminated.
Gonna mirage my kids.
Really terrible stat. But to be able to
slowly them will be the mirage.
Come to the main stage, be not the
I mean, if it all goes wrong for your stack now, you could just 5-stack with you, your wife, and the 3 kids.
Well, no, we already Bolo has a kid, so I only really need to have I only need one more kid, and we're good.
That's a little tough. But you know what? It is time for us to go and have a very quick chat with some of the players.
DMI, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is.
The mid-series interviews with Maria.
Yeah, CAG is winning for now, and the first map is over. Now we have Cafe, but let's talk to you first. How's the feeling of playing in front of a crowd for the first time?
I'm very happy to play on this stage. I'm trying to very hard for Brazilian fans, so we're gonna win next map.
Okay. I need my predictions to play out, dude. I need that R4C.
Yeah, CAG just won, so you have many reasons
you
to
want
be
chips?
happy as hell right now, and you guys just were having a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I think I got like 12 kills. I think. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was destroying.
I'd be pissed if I had to do a mid-match interview.
It's not yet
I'm in between maps, man. Fuck.
I would not want to do an interview.
Also, congratulations on your first map, and good luck for the.
It's like I'm trying to prep for the next map.
Exactly. I'm missing out on my analyst right now. I love this song every time they play it. I don't know what it is, but it's fucking fun.
It is actually sick, yeah. I haven't bought the bundle yet.
I'm not either.
I'm gonna buy when I get back. Leaving your oldest son to stream while you tend to meet and greet with school. He's not my son. If you guys don't know, Chad, that's Dapper. It's Fett's editor, and he's been in the stream before. You guys have seen him before. In chat.
Ryan's on his way. Ryan, the gentleman who's the guy who's helping you with audio, is on his way to help you.
Okay, cool. Chat, has it been laggy at all, like, in the last little bit? Hopefully good.
What's the issue you guys are running into?
Basically, oh, so sorry.
He says when he's watching you.
Okay, maybe it evened out then. Basically what it was is just like the bit rate would just drop and it would lag the stream and turn into a slideshow.
Okay.
But if it's good now, like, I don't see him complaining anymore, so
yeah,
maybe it fixed itself. Cool. Sweet, thank you.
If you're tracking some point, let me know. I'll ask you to come here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure, man.
Good no lag. I know my stream's good no lag, chat. We had the prioritize KG.
No, it's still super laggy. If it gets laggy again, let me know, and then they're gonna like come and try to bump up our bit rate or something, or our bandwidth. So yours should be good. I think you should be fine.
Chat, we're privileged.
Yeah. Well, you're here all day, so you should have like the primary. I'm only here for one game. That's it. So. Slideshow again. Interesting.
Are you confident your chat's not rage baiting you?
They honestly could be, but like the people that are saying it don't rage bait generally.
You see what Vex said? Vex is a genius, bro. You see what he said in the group chat? Because I had a YouTube title pretty far for today, like can Chaiko beat the highest KD pro ever, and he changed it to can Chaiko beat the statistically best pro ever. That's kind of fire, bro. Guy's on one. Why is he only here for one game? Because we have slots. Now, I'm a greedy fuck, so like I try to ask for as much as possible and hop on other people's streams. So like, this is KG's slot, and I'm hopping on it because I'm a greedy leech.
No, he's here. It's good to have you. What's on, Kevin?
I think so tomorrow I'll try to hop on the UK streams. Just so, because I know Macy does like only 2 people, so I'll try to like leave the second slot, your slot alone as well.
Yeah, whatever you guys want. I mean, I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah. If FearX do not get back on that horse, they've got to dust themselves off because whatever we just saw on Lair, that was not it. We moved.
That is a good title. You're a good title, Joe Dog.
Not really, not for FearX, because there's 2 takeaways, right? When it comes to Cafe, small linear map.
It was dropping frames. It's alright now. Well, I guess we'll see.
So FearX has to go out the gate, take the shields off the board, or else it's going to be something.
What's the weather like down here? So far, it's been beautiful, man. I don't know if it's just the time of the year or something, but it's been about like, I don't know, like during the day, it's like 78, 80 maybe. Not too humid. And then it's been sunny pretty much every day, and then at night, it's really nice. It's like 70, and it's like there's like a nice breeze.
You have to be able to figure out
it was funny though. A lot of the like Australians and stuff like that, they were saying how like they were like cold, like the Australians. Everyone else was getting cold. I'm like, it's 70 degrees outside at night. There's a nice breeze, and everyone was getting cold. I'm like, what? Like, how are you? It's 70. That's like perfect. Like that's what you want to put your like AC at or something, you know, or your like or your heat in the winter.
Oh God.
This is ideal weather. You don't know what you have right now.
Why are the seats all empty? Because we're in Brazil, and Brazilians show out for Brazil, like only, essentially. Yeah. They do not give a fuck about any other region. And that's like the thing about the esports crowd that I think Intero once told me is like he appreciated the Manchester crowd because they came up to show out for Liquid and they came up to show out for us. But it, like in Brazil, if there's no Brazilian team playing, then I don't think anyone gives a shit.
Yeah. Definitely. They'll still come and watch. I think it's also the first day, and it's like, I mean, it's a work day right now, and it's what? I think it's 11 a.m. here, so.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, let's see. Thank you.
Well, I believe in Dark, and I believe that
my wife hooked it up for the drops.
Back, but it's not going to be easy. Also, here at the desk, I think you've got to ban out those shields coming into a map like Cafe.
See. I got chat. Don't forget your drops. Loud versus Furia. I picked Furia. I don't know if it was a bad choice, or maybe I picked Loud. I forgot.
They've been so good. 4-1 record.
I gotta keep like turning off my Wi-Fi and turning it back on. It's kind of not the best.
Yeah,
I'll check my predictions chat. You guys want the predictions? It's just a guess, okay? So, you know, I know someone said they're going to sue Varsity for getting the wrong predictions or whatever, but I'll give you my best.
Very challenging map for them to try and respond, try and fight back.
Well, 50-50 on the social prediction, so there's still hope for FearX from the fans.
Okay, these are my predictions, okay? I think it's too late anyway, so whatever, but...
One map away from a top finish minimum.
So,
that would be a tremendous finish for this event to qualify, make top 4. We are heading into Cafe, the second map.
You feel like Americans will show up anywhere as long as booze is available? Pretty much.
Not real shit. Map pick now.
Okay, I picked CAG, Wildcard, W7M, and Furia.
That might be W ball knowledge with the way this match is going right now.
So, it's just a guess, man, you know? I just thought CAG looked really good. FearX did too, but I don't know. I'm just a CAG fan, I guess.
Out of blocks on Lair. They had a significant 6-2 lead until Woogie decided to extend.
Hey, Radio, thank you for 54 months. Sue me for wrong predictions. Unlucky. Where's Intero? I don't know, actually. I normally like joke about how, like, you know, I hate Intero and stuff, but we are actually good friends. And it does suck for him not to be here. And I think he's the best caster faster, like in terms of like he just can talk nonstop. Essentially, he's annoying, but yeah, he can just keep talking forever, and it's a skill that he has. So you know,
players performing at a very high level. Outside of Rin, you're looking at names like
is this the most APAC teams in the top 8 there's ever been?
Definitely, because normally they never like. There's like maybe one team that might make top 8, and they always lose.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, I will say the format kind of benefited them
That's
a little bit.
like,
I don't think there would be probably either of these teams realistically be here without the format being the way it was.
FearX kind of. FearX actually.
Maybe, yeah. They did actually.
They won a lot, yeah.
Yeah. CAG though,
Yeah.
Even still though, I think a lot of the format really benefited FearX. Like I don't know, just the. Like if they had a lot of didn't they have like 2 games where people like max bet against them and like lost or whatever like so like normally you'd go into like a lower bracket and they need to continue to play those teams again who would then readjust and probably have I mean you never know, they've been playing well. I don't want to take anything away from them, but
absolutely.
Things coming into Cafe now. For CAG, they can sit a little bit more comfortable.
Tara's a grade A yapper. He literally is, bro. Slideshow's going on right now. Okay, let me ask.
There's always that expectation on a particular team. In this case, it's FearX. A lot of people had them beating CAG. And then you go and drop the first map. And you don't just drop it. You got pretty much annihilated. It was 6-2 at one point. And outside of some individual heroics, by and large, it's a roster that has certainly not been able to shine the way that they would have liked. Now you add to that pressure, because now you're facing elimination if you're FearX.
Do they rise to the pressure or do they crumble? They'll be asking that question and posing it to
I'll keep your stream open, and if I see anything, I'll let you know. Just for this tech pause.
As well.
Yes.
Oh, we can split it right here.
Cyclops just came out of the gates and played a really good brand of Siege.
I would definitely agree, yeah.
Like
the Kicks and Taro duo will never be beat.
By the way, because
never be beat.
I don't.
Well, the reason why I kind of mention it is you've got to remember when it comes to someone like Anderton, he can also play Ying very, very well. What's good on Cafe, Ying can be very influential.
No, Kickstar was the GOAT. I'm trying to do like a fraction of what Kickstar did. Like that guy brought so much interest to the esports. That was like
in which case then you have the option.
The rise of R6 esports and then like the subsequent fall of interest in it literally perfect coincides with like his presence in it. So,
oh, I definitely agree. Yeah,
like it,
I mean, I kind of understand the
can't be replaced.
And FearX in terms of not wanting to overcommit.
These are my drops from yesterday. 99%
been the second most defensive
of that one.
Wait, so you didn't get it?
I didn't
Are you unable to get it anymore?
No.
Oh my god.
What
do you get from esports packs? I never actually got
Really? You actually get like you know the old like carbon fiber sets, like the carbon fiber white Pro League skins.
So I should be farming it.
Yeah, you should be.
Dapper, hop onto my Twitch account and start watching my stream. I didn't know drops were that good. I was like, why is everyone so fiending for drops?
No, there's actually some good stuff, bro. Yep.
I don't think FearX would be too happy. On the flip side, though,
so far,
do you feel like it's
you hope Falcons win? I wouldn't be mad if Falcons won. I'd be happy with it.
Map so far at the event.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
I feel like the closer they get to the
I also feel like two people have been heavily like kind of like shit talking them lately. What do you think? Okay, here we'll go like I don't know, somewhat of a drama thing. But what do you think of the 35 IQ Shaiko take from Pengu?
I think it's just a difference of eras. Like I understand it from both sides because during Pengu's era, really, the archetype of players you have like one dictator IGL who's like a fucking genius or two.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is just like a muscle fucking silent soldier idiot that like, because back then like there were people that didn't have good aim and there were people that had good aim.
Right.
Traditionally, your harbor player had pretty shitty mechanics back then, even as a pro. And then the people that had good mechanics, they would play Ash and shit, right?
Right.
Now it's like everyone has good mechanics and everyone needs to be able to shot call. And then it conglomerates, you know, together to be like this one unified call that hopefully works out. You see teams that typically have a one-leader system, they're consistent, but they fail to cross the line all the way to win events. So I think it's just eras thing. Like I think back then, I'm sure Pengu was right about Shaiko just being a fucking idiot. But I think now you have to understand a lot more about the game, the engagements. If you could just run around and have perfect aim, Mexico would be the best region by far. Right. But they're not because you know they get punished. Right. So I think it's a little bit deeper.
50-50 heading
Right.
into that game.
I think also too, like, I think something that he kind of like glosses over a little bit is he'll like point to specific plays that Shaiko makes, and it's like it's also a little bit different, right? It's like if you have a different skill set than other people have, you can make different plays which are intelligent for your situation, but maybe not for others. It's like, I'll give you an example. It's like, say you're going down a racetrack, right, and you have one car that's like a Prius, and you have a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you could do really different things. You could take, you could take turns differently on a track, right? Or you could accelerate differently in certain areas or brake differently, right? So it's kind of like what it is. He's a Ferrari pretty much, and there's other people that are just Priuses, that he's just walking around tapping them all in the head.
I haven't seen anything so far, so maybe. Oh, okay, it lagged a little bit. Just when I said that, it lagged a little bit. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fine.
Cursed.
It seems like it's intermittent, which would actually make sense if the internet is like having intermittent like lag and stuff like that. So.
Cafe map 2 FearX CAG. Love to see more rappel plays on this map. Looks like they're going for potentially a cocktail kill.
Brand most commonly used on kitchen, but also a very effective tool on this.
Never mind, piano clear over. They just had to hold down white stairs. I was gonna say they didn't have a 4 nade setup for the cocktail kill, so likely not.
But they do have breaching charges available. So we'll see how they look to break it down. Shock drones as well in play, IQ as well. So the double down onto the
FearX playing a light top floor room. Just 2 people, so more likely than not, they're just going to follow off. Feet holes all across these freezers walls. Very interesting. With the long angle DMR from Cocktail, they'll be able to shoot people, light them up before falling off. Laundry Hatch and White Stairs will be the 2 main points of falling off, so will CAG be able to cut it off? From the window
there's the new mechanics, dude.
Yes, sir.
Twitch drone the fire extinguisher.
Just to remind everyone, Lair was the pick for FearX.
It's actually cool they made it available so you can do it with
Boogie trying to get that nitrous
Twitch
up.
drones.
Good boy, though, is going to be the opening death. Well, I had my eyes on him.
Already a big blunder from FearX, giving up their cocktail player without getting out probably, but the smoke somehow gets out. I don't know how the fuck he's alive.
Yeah. They're taking this really aggressively.
Yeah, but yeah, FearX only had 2 players up top, so they weren't able to hold it down at all. They were not trying to fight, and they have a Caden Hatch on trade. But with Hibana, you're going to be able to Hibana the sides of that hatch and still get it open.
You see the footholds as well. Red stairs, something that Rin's going to want to control.
Good win con by Rin. Bottom red stairs stops the mining execute, especially with all those feet holes. It'll threaten every single plant. CAG know this. CAG drone it out. They have to clear him out now if they want to go for mining execute. Will they pivot to reading execute? Nope. They want to kill this guy on red stairs. Rin is the win condition.
Tucked in the corner. What's the game plan then from Cyclops? 35 seconds, 4 versus 4, late intel. They have smokes and a flash, 1 frag grenade, and Black Ray.
Oh, they flipped over to reading? It seems like a little lurk skis by Black Ray. Gets traded out though. Lurk is not good. And Rin gets 1, and the round's basically over. They weren't able to clear out Rin on bottom red stairs.
Sharik needs to drop and drop quickly. Needed a bit of help from Chibitsu, but he fell too comfortably inside the train.
Bang.
There you go. We have a game.
Really no pressure
we have a game.
From CAG, who got top 4, held it for a long time, but never really.
Why is no one jumping on the bandit jumping on the piano window? Dude.
That's not every day of the week you see mining.
No, we're live. We're live, Slim.
We're live, yeah.
Live.
You can't jump out anymore because you can't. You're gun on ADSs. You're gun on ADSs now. It's like you get forced. No more jump outs.
I don't think we're supposed to.
Oh.
They had a decent read and good intel.
No, it's part of this game.
Yeah, pretty off the mark there.
Has it been like shown yet though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why no one's been jumping out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no. It's part of this game. Like,
okay.
Yeah. So and we've seen it, and then we've seen people like try to hip fire each other hopping out. So yeah.
Down to kitchen.
It's gonna suck, dude.
Yeah, like during the troll match between M80 and C9, like they started going for rounds because like the match didn't matter anymore after one of them got like 1 round each because like you need a 7-0 to win, and they just started doing jump outs and they were only hip firing each other. So I think it's true.
So how? Actually, I don't even know how it works 100%. So it's like when you jump out, you can't like. you can't ADS right away, or is
until
it like
you hit the ground? Yeah.
Until you hit the ground.
So only
Wow.
jump outs, like, so wide stairs window is actually still not that bad of a jump out. I've heard from the pros, because you hit the ground pretty relatively fast.
Right.
Yeah.
So
but
my
like
banded
cocktail
jump
window,
outs
heaven window, yeah, they're not that good
banded
anymore.
jump outs, unlucky.
Not the best of starts for good boys.
Is that what he meant? Is it the reference to the bandit jump outs?
Yeah.
I didn't even know my chat had like young enough or old enough generations to be KG fans. Or maybe the kids love you, man. Maybe there's a small subset of the kids that love you.
As the map goes on.
Why is this a blue now? So strange. You see that?
What was it?
The White Stairs platform is blue now.
I did see that, yeah. We played it. It was the same way, too.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I guess it's blue stairs now?
Oh! Cut off angle.
Dumpster.
On a White Stairs. And once again, FearX's early layers are giving away a pick, which is a really bad sign. Like, they're clearly roaming with not enough bodies to hold it down. But also, CAG are taking fucking rapidly fast. If FearX instead play for like a rat player instead of like a layer player, I think might play in their benefit. That's full top floor control 1 minute into the round. Now they need to clear out the Goyos. Smoke, Goyo, Echo, strong plant denial lineup for the backside execute.
Have flank watch available as well, so Neffy needs to be very careful. The track speed is red ping. It's not really
Pipe gets burst. Those insta-kill, or like, I think they insta-kill.
I don't know.
I saw a guy get insta-killed by it, but he was Finka boosted.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that like played into it or not.
Maybe.
From CAG.
Castle on Freezer getting cleared out now. See, these nades are so inconsistent, man.
I know.
I've always seen pros have to use like 2 nades now to get a castle open. I can't tell why.
It's hard, man. Even just in like, I'm sure when you see it when you play too, it's like difficult to like always get it perfect.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
CAG cannot just hold these angles though for too long.
They have to have good drone prep because they clear in 30 seconds. Oh, definitely, yeah. Every pro team pretty much that you ever see will have pre-placed drones where they, generally what they do is like I mean, you'll have better, you know, insight on this than me, Fett, but like, they'll generally put the drones in a safe area where they can drive it like 10 feet forward, like, and then it's like in a perfect spot to get a cut off or something.
Perfect execute for CAG.
Yep.
Brilliant usage of the OSA to cross into the plant spot. There's no C4s on Brown Bar, and that's the biggest issue. Echo stops the plant once. But, oh my god, they've been using the Echoes to stall at the plant for long enough to where FearX have been able to get the picks on all the cover. But how are they going to stop this?
Ooh,
what are they going to do? Plat's still going on. There's still another Echo. It's still getting stopped by Echoes over and over and over. Oh, and they get cut. How did they not retake from Freezer Hall?
Surely should be too much even for this monster of a man.
This is not a good post per se. Like if he retakes behind the shield, he should be able to win this. Damn. What a execute. FearX unable to power the plant. It's just a 3-2-1. Once you get that 5v3, just 3-2-1 onto the plant. You just throw bodies, trade out. Everyone still played for themselves, and that was the issue.
Dropping down with the OSA, going deep over towards Coffee, it was perfect.
It's going to bring in DMR piano now. True. Habana Shotgun is good, dude. You can also make, like, you get the Barry 9. Barry 9's great.
Yeah. They had no ability to actually deal with
KG's the reason they changed that mechanic. I'm sure I'm not the only reason, but there's I'm sure that they actually had blocked the piano window at one point because I was jumping out of it so much. There was a dev that told me, like, it's obviously not only me, but he's like, I used to watch your streams and see you jump out, and just it was like an unfair mechanic.
I definitely think the jump out nerf is going to be helpful for newer players, for sure.
And again, the bans will come through after this round as well. Each team will get one extra.
I definitely think so too. It's one of those things where, like, I will miss jumping out of that window with Bandit, not gonna lie, but you know, I don't know, it's better. There's also all the other times you get jumped out on. So I actually kind of have an idea. I'm gonna start jumping out of that bitch with a shotgun, dude. If you use like the Bandit shotgun, it could probably two-shot somebody on the way down.
Yeah,
I would think.
I also wonder if you throw an impact straight down as you're falling, like will it hit the Claymore before you hit the Claymore?
Yeah. Well, normally I try to jump out like as they're placing them. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Big investment above here from
I'm
FearX,
committed to this.
understandably so.
I'm committed.
He's never leaving the game. Triple ADS now with the Jaeger buff.
This could be
That was shown on stream too.
Yeah, yeah.
watch out for those unaware. Jaeger ADS devices now catching that cap util.
Well, it's not a really big hold up above for FearX. The way that they're kind of holding this now is quite unconventional. Typically, you'll see that kind of cocktail stack, maybe a bit of washrooms pressure, you know, kind of get forced back by the attack if they go for that shot lounge kind of sweep across top floor. But at the moment, it's only Mephi that's kind of hanging
You like the new
around
pinging
top
sound?
right stairs. That's it.
I actually like it.
So
I do, yeah.
I like it. I think some people don't like it. I was actually gonna like criticize or like counter what the caster just said and say like this is actually the most traditional setup you can do, which is literally just giving up because you only need to hold cocktail. But I don't know why he's playing here to die. I don't think there's a reason for him to play here to die, unless there's a C4 bait on the cocktail double.
Maybe. I mean, they only
Is it just him? Is it just Mephi up top? I think it is just Mephi up top. Just playing to waste as much time as possible.
Yeah, I guess they do if they have Pulse below, and they have at least 2 C4.
Yeah, they're going to C4 him when they walk. Oh, what a shot by Mephi! And the C4 should come through now. Oh, but it missed. It missed. Oh!
He got 2. That was worth.
Should have got cleared for nothing, but instead he finds 2 kills. Eventually he did lose his life, but job done at that point. Needed that from Blackray.
How does Blackray hit all these gaps, man?
Just to keep
I don't
the round
know.
alive for
Crazy
CAG,
aim.
but it's still firmly in a good spot for FearX.
But yeah, this is what I mean. Like everyone now has like almost perfect aim in the pro scene. So it's like it's no longer the archetype separation. So now what makes the difference is your positioning, the plays you choose to go for. Or like Ferrari versus McLaren now, right? So.
Can't be throwing these rounds though for you, FearX. You're already 1 map down in this series. These are the ones you've got to.
I still think, I mean, Shaiko, I would say, still fragging potential-wise is probably higher than most.
Yeah.
There's still separations, I guess. I feel like everybody, I think the base level has improved.
Yeah.
But there's still, like, higher points for other players.
Yeah.
Like, maybe everybody's, I don't know, a Corvette now or a Mustang, and then Shaiko's still the limited edition Ferrari.
Yeah, the limited edition Ferrari. But, like, the way I view it is like Shaiko's no longer getting kills purely because his aim is good. Exactly. Like he has to choose which gunfights to take and where to position himself. You know, maybe that clip where he went under the hatch. You saw that clip, right? The clubhouse kitchen hatch clip. Maybe it seems like, oh, this proves Peng to the point, but also like, if he wasn't there, he loses the round. He put himself in the one spot that would win the round because that's the win con, right? So.
And he had the, you know, knowledge basically and game sense to actually go there, right?
Yeah.
Make all those different move in all those different positions. Time out.
That's an early one, but I don't mind it.
Spoits the Bugatti. Word?
Spoits the Bugatti, there you go.
We had the early one in the previous match.
Here's new video idea. You compare pros to like different cars.
That was after 2 rounds. This one after 3.
Which pros? Which car?
I think the 2 attacking rounds is probably the pass mark for this half. And take into consideration their numbers, their stats, the map.
Dapper's like, okay.
So they don't really need a whole lot more. 3 rounds to probably find 1. Good spirits right now for CAG. Of course, 1 map up in the series.
Didn't Bolo do a video with your bidet where he just like shot into his mouth?
Well, it was like another one actually. Like before, it was before mine came out. But I was the one who, like one of the people, I'm sure he had others as well, but like sold him on a bidet.
Yeah.
Like way back in the day, because I was, I've always been a bidet cult member.
Bidet cult member.
Secures the round.
No, I'm excited.
KG's the broken classic.
Do you also use wet wipes on top of it too?
No, I just use the bidet. That's it. Bidet, a little bit of toilet paper, dry up. That's it. Leaky Fac is a Porsche 911. Agreed.
Good innovation from FearX.
Gunner is a short bus written by Dapper on his Snapchat, showing to me right now. Really, thank you, Dapper. Thank you, Dapper. Thank you. No, I appreciate you.
In comparison to Lair.
Love this setup. This setup, if you want to use it in a ranked, I love this setup a lot. You castle off the bathroom door and the freezer. We ran this.
Yeah.
I think you run this. It's a very good setup, especially when a zombie's banned.
This is our strat.
Exactly. It's a very strong setup for attacking against piano takes. Or no, defending against piano takes.
First couple of rounds of Cafe. 1 and 12 now for Good Boy.
Cali pick coming out of CAG. I actually like this a lot. It'll let you break both the mirror. Hello? Did he break it already? Oh, someone else broke it. So let him break the mirrors, let him break the castles. Very good, very potent utility operator.
And the Kali in play to block off that
But is
line
it
of
Brazil?
sight.
I'm absolutely in Brazil.
But Sharif has now rotated.
Fett basically read a comment and it said, Fett, come to Brazil, and he came to Brazil.
I basically came to Brazil.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Underneath the skylight.
Mephi falling off that shot position. It's been cleared out. The castle's been broken, so he can no longer sit there. They still have two mirror windows. Very interesting way. They like changed the way that mirror setup is. Because usually you expect it like the way we ran it in our game to both face piano, but they put it one from bathroom facing the freezer door, which is castled off. Maybe it was a bait. And the other in stacks. So actually it's like a little, maybe it's a bait out to make the enemy team push deeper to get those mirrors, make them think that it's there available in the front, but it's,
Unless it's perhaps
I don't know, very interesting.
Ooh, they missed it.
And they missed it, yeah.
Akali is on the window, white corridor. Woogie finds the opening kill onto Akali with a Nitro Cell.
Going for the double cryo entry now. They're going to have to use these charges to clear out the bathroom player, but the bathroom player's already down. Now they need someone on White Stairs window to watch them as they try to repel in through this window. Or not?
CAG is starting to make their charge towards the site. They've got full lounge control.
I don't know why the fuck FearX is just giving away all his picks. Like, there's no reason. They had such a strong position there.
For CAG.
I don't know.
They can look to make the drop rather securely. No one in the vicinity for FearX.
Did they lose that mirror yet, or no?
No, they didn't lose any of their mirrors. They're just all going down for no reason.
Options that they could go for in terms of playing position.
I like seeing there's actually a Cali pick. It's actually a really good pick for this, I guess, the setup that they're doing, because you get so much clear.
Mirrors, castles, if Azami was up, Azami... Oh, a heaven entry already! And he's not going to get heard. Oh my god, Black Gray!
Now Black Gray continues to have the kills. He's got 10 inside 4 rounds. There's not a lot that really Mephi can do. Black Gray make it 11. Talk about performing on the biggest of stages for Black Gray for this CAG
Oh, the
roster.
castle barricade color changes? I agree. I think it's great. It's not a huge deal, but, you know, I think it adds a little bit more visibility for some people.
A threat that
KG is a 1950s Mustang. Is that a good thing?
Someone said it was a Model T. Well, hey, you can't be a 50s Mustang. I think they came out in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that ball knowledge?
Technically.
Oh, it was a punish on runouts.
Like 37.
Interesting.
That is staggering.
That replay package as well.
Black Gray just taking shots.
Brian. 11-2.
An idea for
4 rounds in the game. This is our 5th round that yet to be played out.
I mean, that puts them in a really strong position mentally going into the remainder of this half with 2 rounds to follow. They've already got kind of job done on their
Running back the setup one more time. I think this time, though, they're actually going to double contest. I think you're going to do the version that we ran. Yeah, they're going to double contest piano with these. Reason for that being, chat, mining site, you want to have as much piano control as you have. Can possibly have. It has vertical over the mining site itself.
Have to get one on the board here. Slow down any kind of momentum for CAG. Got to remember, they are now 1 map down. FearX are on the verge of elimination if they cannot start to get control on Cafe.
Let's see.
And for all the talk coming into the playoffs, it's all been about FearX.
Well, we're back to mining. CAG looked rusty on the execute last time out. It was the opening round of this.
Do you like the new ban system, by the way?
I love it.
I think it's really cool.
I think it's super sick. I think it'll kind of get one-dimensional though, like halfway into the Pro League season.
Yeah.
Just because like Clubhouse, Nighthaven, everyone's just gonna ban double hard breach and then double wall denial every single time.
Right.
I
don't know, you could still always.
Yeah,
like,
I think some teams will find some really niche bans that'll like. What I want to see is teams finding a ban that fucks up one site. Like, I think old teams are too scared to do it.
Right.
But, like, Bank Basement is a site that strongly relies on Goyo. And everyone plays it. And they're hitting site. Hold on. Hold on, we got a site hit going on.
You could, though, still. Obviously, Goyo's really good. But, I mean, sometimes the Goyos get popped early. And you can always run, like, Smoke Tachanka.
Yeah.
Things like that, you know.
But you know, it'll make for the most popular side in the game, it'll make whatever team defending it uncomfortable. Because every other scrim they play, they have the Goyo strat. But then against you, suddenly they don't have the Goyo strat anymore. Right? They have to play a roam or they have to learn a new Tachanka lineup, which they probably don't have.
Right. So that's the
Black,
idea.
by the way, Black Rage got another 3K.
Again?
Yeah,
Holy
14 kills,
shit.
dude.
Black
14
Rage's
kills,
a
5
fucking
rounds.
heater.
That's insane. I definitely agree with you, though. But I think all it's going to do is it's going to force the teams that are willing to put in the extra time to like play against those operator bans and stuff like that and practice that. And those teams are going to be the ones that succeed, you know, compared to the people that are being more like you're saying, like one-dimensional about it, where they're like, oh, like I'm just going to practice like with Goyo on the board every time that someone bans it, they're screwed, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Same strategy, go to boy. Let's change the Wamai, put some Mozi Pro. If you need to hand change, you can do that, organize with the boys. Put Mozi in every static.
I wonder who understands English, because this guy has a very heavy Portuguese accent. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're bad execution, right? Remember the first round we play.
Tag maybe flow state, Black Ray.
Fug
Fett for not watching. What do you mean I'm not watching?
In the first step, right? So let's do that with more power.
I'll not stand for the disrespect on CAG. Watch the fucking game. All right, you're right, Hasty. Gap motion.
I actually kind of like the fact that
he's
not getting overly heated. He's not getting overly invested. He goes straight to the strategy and says, "This is what we can do."
What if CAG won it all? I mean, I don't think they're going to, but like the whole event, first APAC win.
That would be crazy.
There's
never even been an APAC team in the finals or semis, even, right?
No.
So this would be it's a little bit of you know, maybe not. It's more of a display of CAG than like an actual like major real tournament, but it's so cool either way.
It's still $500,000 on the line.
How do you hate CAG? Who hates CAG? You could want FearX to win, but how do you hate CAG?
To be fair, I heard rumors from the APAC region that like CAG have like egos and like are mean to everyone because like they're like established as shit.
Maybe.
So maybe they're pieces of shit, guys. Who knows?
Completely ignoring the map play.
Maybe. Low-key, toxic CAG players. I don't think so, though. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea. I don't know any of them to judge, so.
Yeah. Running back the exact same strategy, but this time, like the coach said, not running the Wamai, because I realized that CAG is not doing any sort of burn or clearing.
And they bring the lesion. So
they're just going for fast entries. Their main point of contention is that they're going for fast entries, and that's how they're catching them off guard on the other side.
It's actually kind of cool that when, like, there's that fire extinguisher there, if someone doesn't clear the fire extinguisher first, wait for it to dissipate, if you just throw a grenade at the castle there and blow up the castle, it's going to blow up the fire extinguisher and you can actually get on a cigar safely.
Yeah.
Basically, just make space for Black Ray and let him do his thing right now. That's honestly the #1 game plan for CAG.
I'm not gonna lie, I did want to see Liquid be main stage for this, but
best position
whatever.
possible for this roster to get into a top 4 finish at an event. They are not that far away. But that's where you've got to
tilt this down
players,
first.
just put that out of your mind.
Yeah.
Fast entry off the Yings, but there's no one to be found inside of Cocktail itself. Good trades by FearX.
I feel like what you were saying too, I agree with. It's like not a logical position for Meffy to be over there with the smoke, but he just makes it work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But they played it very well because they recognized the fact that CAG was going for a cocktail execute, and they all moved in their setup away from it. So the bathroom guy watches wide stairs, the cocktail or the freezer guy watches the window, and we have a guy in stacks kind of just in hell.
Yep.
That he's used to, I guess.
Yeah.
Floor bang. Oh, not good.
Missed his opportunity, I feel like. Good yellow ping information.
Like a little bit behind. I was gonna say, like, the crowd reaction were hitting a little bit earlier than they were supposed to, guys.
Some of these players.
Rin one shot.
Yep.
This place is gonna be crazy though. Like today's a work day.
Yeah.
So, but
tomorrow.
You may as well throw in the white towel if you're FearX. They have to
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Don't play scared, but play smart.
What's that?
You've got the numbers.
Oh, I love a chicken wrap.
I'll take one.
Now it's about trying to
Thank you.
reacquire information. With that shot, they now know where.
Thank you so much.
Play off of that. Little time remaining.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Well, you can play contact.
Thank you.
Playing contact, and there he is. There's the boogeyman through the smoke. 3-3 half on the second map.
Chat, I hunger.
And that pocket of Brazilian fans back on their feet. They've been quiet for a while now, but something to cheer about. as we enter.
I feel right at home. I just eat for half my streams anyway.
So a new ban phase 2 play out.
Does your chat make fun of you for it?
Enough to
Yeah.
They're like always eating, bro. Like, what do you want me to do? Fucking starve?
I told them I'm cultivating mass.
Concerns, especially from Fox on the desk before we came into this map. The structure, the linear nature, the compact size of Cafe could prove to be too much of a challenge for them, considering how they've played up until this point. But there's an opportunity to buck that expectation. As Army Grim, the initial bans, we'll see what the follow-up
Now it's a real KG stream. He's eating. George got so happy when someone brought him food. Yeah, dude, food's great.
It's a somewhat
He doesn't like food.
Opening half. No. So Valkyrie and IQ. So kind of just trading one for one there in terms of what those operators can do.
Yep. Does mean the full
built like a Cybertruck, bro. Come on.
Typically a little bit more prevalent for Cyclops, but
FearX can play shield. They can absolutely play
Please
the
let me
shield
be
here.
like, I don't
And
know,
with the way that they've
an
kind of been playing
F350
from
with
behind a lot
dualies
of
or
rounds,
something.
I feel like they may look to the shields. You think back to Lair, they were losing a lot of entry battles. So the shields may actually enable them to get better position, therefore better entry fights to go their way.
Yeah, use Woogie to play
What the
that
fuck is
front line,
Grod
taking
Chomp?
Space, less risk.
Fett, you're like Grod Chomp mixed with Ying. What the fuck is Grod Chomp? You look like overweight Ying.
Epic Gamer thing, the Prime sub.
To see them book their place into a
KG is literally
semi-final.
eating like it's attached to a drip feed IV in the form of food in a hospital bed.
Yo, both our chats, yo, y'all gotta shut the fuck up, bro. Me and KG will literally snap you guys in half in GTA RP, I swear to God.
They are 5th for plants.
Built like a dump truck. See, that ain't bad, because you're saying you have a fat ass. That's a good thing to have.
That's a compliment.
That's an evolutionary advantage.
Yep.
Side switch now. Grim IQ banned by CAG. Very, very interesting. IQ banned for what? Against the Pulse?
I have a full gym in my house, and people make fun of me for like never like working out and probably has 6 inches of dust.
Get that confidence flowing. He's more
dude.
than strong enough.
I'm still sick as fuck though. Like make your own home gym though. I feel like that's the best part.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna be Pulse mains this entire time. And what IQ ban is very, very interesting. We're gonna get to first pick though.
I think I spent more time putting it together than actually working out in it.
Yeah, but that's all the fun is putting it together. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that stuff. You know.
Yeah.
The FearX need these opening kills. It's been quite 50-50 so far here on Cafe. With that, though, they now establish a little trend. 4 of the last 5 rounds have gone the way of
Ying
FearX,
seems
and
to be a
those
very
teams
potent
are
entry
trying to
operator.
Go more in their fashion, dealing with some of this utility over towards default.
True.
This is actually really good pacing for FearX.
For this map so far, Ying's coming through. Boogeyman gets a lurker from downstairs. It's just a distraction top, but it's not going to work out. Oh, it is going to work out. Sludge shotgun from fucking White. It works. They Ying the top 4 to force the enemies to fall down, but then the actual entries came from elsewhere. Because Shuri's still up top, and no one's fucking fighting him.
Maybe they can bring this series
Oh my god,
Is that guy
bro.
cheating or like what?
Valkyrie is like actually cheating.
Someone
He-
check his fucking PC, bro. Holy shit.
That actually like looked like he was cheating. That was crazy.
To begin this second half, that was a swift attack, well orchestrated attack.
Who won the whole tournament? What are your thoughts?
I think Furia or Falcons or W7M.
I think it's a safe bet.
Yeah.
You know, really nice to see.
I don't know, we'll see.
Dismissing the initial run-out attempt gave themselves that advantage, that breathing room. They leaned then into the utility of the Ying to
I think
flush out the
W7M
stairs,
looked really,
and
really
from
good with their
there,
strats.
side, overwhelmed,
Yep.
trade
I
out.
feel like W7. It's actually crazy that org is so good at
Opening
acquiring
round for the
talent.
attack to find a bit of confidence and confidence.
Like their ownership management, whatever, is just really on point.
Downstairs, over towards
And
the
it'd be nice to see
aside,
Paulo win
especially
something
with the
too.
confidence I'm kind of seeing off
So
screen.
for those that don't know, he is no
Being
longer
very
on
much
Liquid. He
focused
is
on the late round, which has been
he's on
scrappy on this side of
W7M
round
now.
by, so-
Well, they just look like
That's
they had
crazy. Sludge
confidence in
shotgun
their
up white
attack.
stairs.
Yeah.
It's so good, dude.
They weren't afraid to take on.
I'm
these
surprised
gaps.
more people
For the
don't
most
use
part, they
Demo
had
shotgun.
either supporting
I
utility
think a lot of
or
people do.
someone
Yeah,
close by to trade.
but like
And I
more,
think
like
that-
I'm,
Yeah.
like I,
At the end
that's
of
like
the
actually
first
how I
half, was that
prefer to
final
play it
sixth round. What did they
personally.
do? They
And
kinda
everyone's
changed up their
different,
mindset.
but
Let's go
I think
get
some
on.
pros
Let's
just
kind
suck with the
of bring
pistol.
the fight to CAG.
Dude,
And
how
they
do you
kind of
like that
embody
thing's
that
so
started
good?
then off in the second
It has a
half as
crazy
well, where
nice
they
like
say,
sight on
hey,
it.
let's play pretty
It you
fast.
could spam
Without
all 6
looking
bullets in
behind,
like half a
You can
second.
find
Yeah,
kills
it does
and
like
get
80
through
damage or
backspace
something.
early
It's
in rounds
crazy.
without
I know it has a
being
good
sort of
amount of
rushed.
fall off,
It was
but
well orchestrated. Bodes well for FearX if they can.
Plus, like, if
continue
you want to
play
take long-range
such as
gunfights,
that.
you can just
Like
use the
said,
pistol to
if
make your
Bodes
rotates for
did
you,
find
and
the
then,
kill,
yeah.
Utility usage
True.
certainly helped enable them to win that round.
Yeah, fast
Direct VIP kill, it looks like, is going to be the goal here, or will it not be? Will it just be a blitz? Will it be a... I think they're just starting pressure. They're going to go for a bait kill. Small bait kill with the Aura. Macy J would appreciate this. Using Aurora to block off the small bait double door, and then Blitz hops in off that. They go for Bakery guy.
With her at this event.
Blatant walling. No kidding.
30%.
33.
Yeah. 15 and 4.
Tell you what, I'll take that.
That's actually so great. That wallbang was nuts. He's just definitely feeling it.
And here we go. Aurora comes through. Oh, wait, they're tracking backside. This might be a fake. Woogieman's entering through Bake. Right now, he's hopped through small Bake. He's killed the player in Bakery. Can we please watch this? It's an entry on all sides. They're collapsing so well. FearX's attacks look phenomenal right now.
Bro, they're rushing this faster than me inhaling that food.
Well, you finished it?
I'm done. Huh? Yeah, he's done too. You're slow, man.
What the fuck? Chat, that was brilliant. That was really good usage of fundamentals by FearX. The way they opened up backside first, you saw that they opened up the backside windows first, right? That's going to draw the eyes of CAG to look, oh, maybe they're doing a backside take. And then they rotate around and go for a fast small bait kill. The guy kills the guy in small bait. We saw the pistol kill by the Blitz. And then...
You're losing a lot of firepower.
And then they hit the backside. And then the lurks collapse backside. So it's constant push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. The correct response for CAG is that they have more bodies on one side. You should power that side of the map. But right now they're getting over-flooded by the distractions. Because imagine in ranked, if you, okay, imagine if you're playing ranked, right? You're bottom floor, you get freezer wall, enemy opens freezer wall, opens the door backside, opens the windows. Oh, they're coming this way. Then Bake hit comes through. Oh shit, they're coming Bake. Oh wait, no, there's a guy lurking in backside now. It's a lot to handle as a human being.
I love the
so I gotta stay calm in this situation.
That final round of the half, the double down decision there, I think, to then confirm it and transition that into attack.
KG the new Joey Chestnut. Bro, he's an American hero, okay? Don't hate.
Go to mining. Will FearX have the same teething issues on their first attempt attacking into this site? And now, in contrast, they do have the Ram available.
Actually, speaking of like the hot dog eating contest, do you know that the Nathan's hot dog eating contest sponsored me one year?
Really?
My stream, yeah. Like they sent me like a gift box with like a hot dog cooker and like a bottle of mustard and a whole bunch of other shit.
That is a chasm. I mean, like it is
so,
not even comparable.
Like, what'd you have to do?
I just had to do a tweet, and they sent me like a gift box, and they paid me some money. I was like, all right.
Okay. Sick.
He's on the pulse for this round.
It was good, dude. They gave me some like there was like coupons for like free hot dogs, so I was like, hey, I'll use it.
Brilliant.
They have good stuff.
Well, to be fair, the pacing this round for FearX not as quick as the previous one. They have certainly been slowed down. They've got the Monty though, that can obviously aid in that more slower pace. And as you said, mining might be a little bit trickier here for FearX.
Team kill.
It was certainly for CAG back in the opening round of this map.
Looks like a minimal mining side take with lurks coming through. FearX have a lot of like low body main entries with heavy lurks, but it's not going to work. It's going to work out against CAG because CAG have not been able to recognize this and start throwing more body advantage.
That's it. Rounds over. Black Ray's done.
Yep. Boom! Yeah, the lurks.
I feel like Good Boy has been this round stepping up a lot. I think if they can shut down, like Black Ray is like controlling this game right now. They've look at the score lines: 1-6, 1-6, 2-7, 4-6, and 15-6.
Yeah.
I'm loving the energy from this team on the stage. First time Korea has played in front
Who
of
does
a
it
crowd.
go back to? If you want to pinpoint the moment that things turn dark, timeout. Boys, let's do this again, I believe. He believed in his roster. He believed in his team. And since then, they've believed in him.
Yeah. He's been a massive difference maker, and Good Boy switching on as well. I mean, he gets the key kill.
And this is just a master class of lurking. Granted, CAG has no idea how to respond to it, and a lot of other teams do. But the way, you know, the main Montaigne push, they didn't have a lot of bodies actually on Piano's side. And neither did they have enough bodies to actually take through Ring Door there. But because the Montane drops Red Hatch, and the enemy team calling, "Hey, look at this Montane Red Hatch. Let's go fight this guy." That creates a gap for the Floors to walk in through Snow Door. It's just a lurk push-pull masterclass.
Bang, bang, and bang from FearX as they've brought this back to a resounding lead. Bank calling our names. The deciding map of this quarterfinal between
you choose a game to replay for the first time again, would you choose?
And for FearX, that's
the
fear for
probably
CAG.
Bioshock.
They have woken up.
I love Bioshock.
And unequivocally, the best that we've had from FearX at this tournament far outweighs the best from CAG, and that's a scary thought if you're a CAG fan.
Rin has chipped away to 12-3, mind you.
That's Rin, just quietly in the dark, poking away.
Okay.
And Black Ray has quietly just been halted.
Yeah. Spawn peek attempt, so desperation setting in here.
I mean, at this point, Black Ray just says, I'm Batman, and I've got to go and get them all, because no one else is doing it. But the Montane is not the man you want to see. Oh, there was one spotted. A little delayed, but the shots come through. Some onto Mephi.
Black Ray really wants to bring his team back in the game with the spawn peaks, but he's missing.
I think that was maybe like compared to the shots he was hitting before, maybe the mental's hitting a little bit because they've given up so many rounds.
And that was the Capitao. So much utility.
He had 15 kills on what, round 4?
Massive moment for this round.
We're now on round 10,
specifically,
and he's still at 15 kills.
And that utility will come into play later. The flames, the smokes, depending on what kind of play they want to go for. If it's like a washrooms clear, a drop, skylight, etc. A couple of different options available, but that will be a very important tool in about a minute and a half time.
And it allows FearX to just slowly make their way into the site now, knowing that the first shots from CAG has grazed them.
By the way, too, side note, look how good the maps look.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful.
I mean,
Brilliant.
Washrooms is good here. It's really just over.
Chipitsu, by the way, does have a drone.
So we did like play a bit, so we're allowed to talk about this, but yeah, like the game looks absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, and like the visibility is still great, which is like, I don't know how they, oh, the timing. Wow. I don't know how they pulled that off.
Wow. They're so good at entering at the perfect moments. No, pressure when the cracks lift the entry.
Oh, Black Ray, maybe turning back up again.
16 kills. It's all up to Black Ray on this flank, actually. If he dies, the round's over. I don't know, I'm surprised why he's not falling back down. Oh, he's slipping through the cracks. Oh, he's slipping through the cracks. Do they know? Does he know?
permanent change.
I don't know how this chair works.
I think what are you trying to do? Lean it back?
Yeah, I'm trying to make it like rockable.
Oh, there's normally there's like the little paddles on the side. If you like pull them up and down,
yeah,
then they get leany. Oh, here it is on the left, I think. Yeah, left. Put it in the down position. You can lean back.
So, funnily enough, there's no handle on this paddle.
Oh.
What I can do though, is I can steal a handle from the other side.
Nice. Your predictions have gotten so messed up, you get fucked every time when you like get people's opinion. I feel like they've been okay for like traditional majors, invitational stuff like that, but like you picked randomly and you got 3. I mean, it's 3 is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, because there's only 20 teams and you had to pick 8 teams, so getting 3 right is like not really that good. It's not really that good. You could have just picked the top 8 teams from the list and probably gotten 3.
Can you put it back to the... Oh, wait, hold on.
Funny enough, probably picking in alphabetical order would have been pretty good. Think about it. You got CAG, you got FearX, you would have got Falcons. Brazil so far, it's actually really beautiful here. Rio, I think, is like Sao Paulo is really cool too, but I think Rio is like much more beautiful in terms of like the scenery and stuff like that. It's like super, super beautiful here. I mean, you guys can see there's the video on the screen, right? Like, it's nuts.
Trying to reverse engineer this chair.
Engineer Fett. You didn't even do predictions. It's like you don't even want the R4C donut. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to make this chair rockable, but I guess it's like a luxury I cannot afford right now. I'm trying to make the chair rockable, but it didn't have a handle on it, so I stole a handle from the other side.
Yeah, the Chrysler Redeemer. You want to trade chairs with me? I don't really care that much.
No, I'm good. Oh yeah, sure, I'm down.
You can trade with mine too. I don't care. It's all good, dude.
FearX, they come back. They outshine CAG on Cafe, and now this series has legs. Now it gets more interesting for this APAC North rivalry. Honestly,
I'll ask him, chat, has it been like stuttering or lagging at all?
Of course, the highlights we're checking out right now, presented to you by Games Pass. If you guys want to redeem and win some rewards, just make sure you're playing once it launches. It's pretty simple. But Lax, as we start to deep dive into this one, it just looked like a different FearX.
Skins are skins.
This is the beauty of a best
yeah,
three,
there's
baby.
the Chrysler Redeemer statue though here, and that thing was, dude. I've actually been fortunate enough to travel to a lot of places through like streaming, previous jobs, you know, stuff like that, and that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. The Chrysler Redeemer statue is so sick, dude. It is so sick. I went yesterday.
And even in that last round specifically, Wuggy Man was doing such a
day
good
before.
job on that Monty, and in
Yeah,
that
so the
round,
day before I got here,
kill,
and then I went the first day that I got here to make sure that like I didn't miss it.
And then he also closes out the round, making it a 7-3. FearX is back.
Yeah, FearX
I'm
played
good,
really
thank
well.
you.
The biggest issue we talked about was getting inside the map, getting your foot in the door. They didn't have an issue with that. They were easily accessing the building, and once they were in, their attacks were phenomenal, always focusing on getting that execute down. CAG looked like they were playing a more individualized Siege, which was the biggest issue. And it's very interesting to see both teams kind of flip-flopping each other's maps, just because on a bigger map you'd expect FearX to be better, on a smaller map you'd expect CAG to be better. But it was the opposite. CAG had a very difficult time of being able to shut them out getting into the building.
Okay, let me mention that. Do you know where the handles? Do you know where?
And then once the side swapped, CAG's attack, they just looked really bad. They looked like that worst attacking great team today in that map too.
I mean, talking about CAG, Black Ray needs help. He dropped 16 kills, and I think the highest kill.
When do I come back? I'll be back on like Monday. Well, technically Tuesday because of like it's like a red-eye flight.
Do or die.
Gents, as much as I love hearing from you, there's one thing I like more, and that's to hear from the players. Maria's courtside to have a little bit of a conversation.
What a game from FearX, and now you have all the love from Brazil, from the Brazilian crowd. Can you feel it?
Eu te amo, Brazilian!
I need my rocking chair.
You're doing so great.
Thank
You
you
could
so
have
much.
you could have mine. I'm being
No,
serious.
I'll take yours after when it's my turn.
I'll just trade with you now.
Are you
It's not a
sure?
big deal. Yeah.
I don't know, it just
Too
didn't work
kind
out.
of
I
me.
think someone stole my mouse.
Like, look at this little fucking spoiled ass kid with this
My aim was
rocking
just all over
chair.
the place. I don't know what happened.
Okay, now for this third map, you have to have aim.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but you know, bank next one's map bank is gonna be easy.
Ooh,
Easy.
Let's see.
I guess your stream lag now too, Fett. That's
okay.
Yeah.
That's
You
okay.
haven't been playing much at all right now. Me and Fett will carry you. We can come back, Donut.
Donut, you're dog shit. Actually, no, I'm kidding. Probably not dog shit.
It's actually true.
Dude, when there's like, your stacks are so tough when it's like, there's 3 streamers like me, you, and someone else all with no delay.
Yeah.
And then someone just pulls up probably like a multi-stream. They just have like the perfect UAV, bro.
I just imagine there's like that like picture of like Cartman when he's like playing World of Warcraft. There's a bunch of monitors around him,
Yeah.
and it's like my stream, your stream, whoever else's stream. Like,
It's bad. It's so bad.
yeah. We still win them most of the time, so.
That's good, yeah.
Give George his prayer back. Yeah, Fett, actually, you guys don't really know, but he just muted the mic really quick, and like he gave me this look and threatened me if I didn't give him the chair, so I had to do it. So
Yeah.
you know.
I know something about George, y'all don't. Won't come out. When's the Twit Longer coming out?
Donuts. You've been playing Donut?
Oh, Dino. Oh, ni hao. It's good. How are you? Which one are you joining me for? The second one after this, or the one after last one? Okay. That's the one I'm gonna make a YouTube video. That's the one I'm making to a YouTube video.
Well, it's all good, man. We have Donut.
Hey, you think of the sub and Jono ads. Appreciate you. Grim and Azami. That's not the operator this guy is. Can
they hear me at this?
Yeah, they can hear you.
I think so.
Type 1 if Fett looks like Grim.
Alright, bro. Now so give it 15 seconds, the whole chat's gonna fucking.
Saw some guys stream snipe. Oh, bro. I'm not even kidding. I don't know about you, but like probably like once a week there will be someone who is streaming and they're stream sniping me, and you can hear and sometimes even see my stream on their stream. Like, it happens all the time.
That's how they ban people in console tournaments, actually.
Really?
Because like Jinxie goes back in the clips, is like, I can hear a stream. Get the fuck out of my tournament. It's bad. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
They let those
it's their
people back
Super
in,
Bowl,
though.
you know. It's their Super Bowl. They can have it.
Yeah, I mean, I think like that. If you catch people sniping, then they should kind of be like banished.
It's just 2 people
spamming.
Jesus
spam.
Christ. Thank you, Dedicates. Thank you. Thank you, Dedicates.
But I think that like when people get caught sniping, I think it's banish them pretty much. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. They let them still play though. It's like the next week they're like, all right, let them back in.
Yeah. I think the way they like view it is like it's like you can't control it anyway. It's like everyone's gonna do it because like as like if you're a little like 13-year-old kid and like you're playing against Jinxie and like the way like you get recognized on Jinxie's stream is, oh my god, like this guy's so good, he's dropping 20 kills on us, you know, like
yeah,
whatever.
I mean,
let him have it.
Realistically, the way that I don't run a delay, and I just accepted that stream sniping is just part of streaming. And
Yeah.
like it, I mean, obviously it's not great, but it's annoying. But it is what it is. That's life. If I really don't want to get stream sniped, run a delay. That's it. So,
Yeah.
and I don't want to run one, so that's it.
I used to run a 120-second delay when I played rank, just for my personal enjoyment.
I do 0 seconds with low latency. It's like, I remember there's one time I would watch my own stream because I'm connected to the same Twitch server when you like watch your own stream.
Yeah.
I had a 0.3 second delay. It was like the clock was moving at the same speed basically in the game as the stream.
Guy's got mega internet. Yeah, I only go no delay now if I'm on my Smurf. If I'm on main now and try harding, I'm gonna chat. I'm gonna run 2-minute. It also helps me tell apart if they're cheating or stream sniping.
Yeah,
makes it obvious.
Yeah. I guess the Brazilians are happy.
I can always tell when someone's cheating though when you watch the replay. They always mess up with like crosshair placement and stuff, which that you won't get from stream sniping. So
yeah,
the replay is always key.
Another key trait I see in cheaters is like what I call like movement, like perfect movement correspondence.
Right.
So if you like on peak angle, they'll swing it, and then if you like peek it, they'll like back up. Yeah. And then like if you leave map, they'll instantly take that map control like without hesitation, like almost 95% of the time.
So especially coming into
definitely see that a lot as well.
Map, you can use these bans against your opponent, but you really have to stay on top of it.
10-second delay.
The bans because CAG obviously
that doesn't even do anything, dude. Just do 0.
I think that's worse than 0. I think 10 because it makes you think you can hold an angle and then you just get fried.
Yeah.
I'd rather like go to an angle and start getting chowed on it. I'd rather just do 0 than 10.
Yeah, I think 20 is like a decent sweet spot if you like kind of get the benefit of it. Where like, I think you either do 0 or 20 or you just go crazy, just like cut the whole round. You know,
I'm not cut the whole round. Oh, Voltic with the fucking 5 gifted subs. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I wonder if they could see me doing push-ups back here.
The game's a little bit up in the air at the moment.
I think they can. Let's see, I'll pull up the OBS thing.
But we've seen individuals pop off on CAG as well.
Yeah, I think if you go further back, don't fall off. But
I mean, like we said, Black Ray had a huge performance on Cafe. I'm not looking at one individual player. I'm looking at everyone from KEG because this is it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Black Ray, if he can keep that level of play, he just needs a little bit of help. Arcolian first.
Guys, don't give me subs. I'm not doing push-ups today because that floor is way too fucking dirty.
They'll be set.
I'll do squats or something.
Joining us here for the pre-map. It is time for us to get underway with Bank, but before we do, Maria
motherfuckers making me do push-ups at the venue, bro. The fuck? Down, up. All right.
You need to win this map to stay alive in the tournament. So what was the conversation during the pause?
生き残るためにこのマップを勝たないといけないんですけれども、このマップの前のチームとの話はどうしましたか?
Couldn't see it. Yeah, I'm not doing push-ups. You can't do the push. Don't give subs. Don't give subs. Today I can't pay you guys back for the gifted subs. Gifted to KingGeorge.
Oh, sorry. Have them do them for you a different day.
So yeah, we didn't talk yet because we were in the toilet all, but the conversation is going to be basically, you know, we were like a bit shaky in this previous map, so just, you know, keep it together and go for the map and win it.
Thank you.
So both of our APAC Titans have traded blows now, 1 for 1, both stealing each other's map picks as well. Sets us up perfectly going into Bank, and honestly, I don't know who to really root for or expect to win this map, but for FearX, they've got the momentum going into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like all of the expectations
15-20 people complain
in this entire series thus far has been
take notes of doing push-ups for subs. Oh my god, bro. Let's be honest. I watched him do those 5 push-ups. I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. I used to be able to do easily 100 push-ups in a row back when I was in shape.
Oh my god. Oh, you are hella in shape. You can do 100.
Yep.
God damn. Yep. I don't think I've ever been able to do 100 in a row at any point in my life. 5 seconds of twerking every sub. Fuck no, Valtteri. Also, yo, nice team. Nice G2 team you were rooting for, buddy.
Social prediction now leaning
Bank
towards FearX.
Ultimately, though, it's 50-50 as we head into Bank, the deciding map here of this quarterfinals between our 2 APAC juggernauts. Will it be FearX? Will it be CAG? The
Come on, CAG. You're rooting for FearX, or do you want FearX to win?
I am rooting for FearX. Well, they're my predictions, so I kind of have to.
Okay. Well, what if, like, I'm talking about from a pure, like, I don't know, you want a team to win. Just a fan perspective, I guess, ish. You know?
I'd say FearX has a better chance against the other teams than CAG does. I feel like if CAG makes it further, they won't have a chance of getting. Yeah, so probably FearX, yeah.
Okay.
Likely. Plus, they were part of the Damwon Kia squad. I might try to they also have the same amount of toys.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, just like a little bit earlier on the stream.
Because
the second ban already happened for them on the stream.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever. I just don't like getting spoiled. Like I feel like the big boom happens and I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
The entries not really supposed to be a strength of CAG, although they've found a little bit of success.
So FearX or Preds. You guys, listen, all you motherfuckers are like, you saw my predictions. Think for yourself, you fucking sheep. You fucking can't think for yourself, hat-ass people, bro. Use your own brain to make your own predictions, you fucking follower, shepherd, needing head-ass, sheep-ass people, bro. Jesus. I'm sick of you guys. You got the craziest message over predictions, bro. Like, oh, man, you fucking tell my predictions. I fucking hope you fucking burn it out. Like, think for yourself, man.
That's why when I do my video with like yours and everyone else's, I'm like, this is everyone else's. They're not mine. Like,
you can't take the fall for it. Yeah, that's so smart, actually.
And then they give you gate and everybody else.
Royal Penguin gets me fucking every time. I was like, guys, this is Fett. He's a pro coach, so he knows what he's talking about. Like, whoa! Whoa!
A side that has played out.
Freaky Deaky, they have 35 months. Push-ups or subs as you stronger. I'm not doing that shit, bro. I have like I don't really do I don't do sub goals or like things for subs or anything anymore. I used to do that kind of stuff all the time, but like there are people, like I have a bunch of people who have donated like, I don't know, close to 10,000 subs, and I know if I did that, which it's great, it's a lot of money, and obviously it's cool, but I will die if I do 10,000 push-ups actually.
And you're on defense bank. And
really interesting setup with all of quad wall opened up. It gives a long angle on bottom square, which is where people want to go to clear out blue.
I know you've had the break between the maps.
CAG likely have to make sure open air is clear before they can even start thinking about isolating this guy blue.
Curious to see how they're going to actually play this out, because it's not
Anton
entirely the most
playing here not with the smoke, not with the warden, but with the Ella shotgun. Very interesting. Maybe to counter the shields. What the fuck is that Ella placement? Baiting out a shot, I guess?
I'll be honest, with no catch and no warden, if you're not clearing blue stairs here, FearX, you're not setting the tone very well for the half.
It's an aggressive lineup as well from FearX. They bring the Sens, which can be utilized in a couple of different fashions.
FearX take top floor.
Or rather default. Block off a lot of the
Grim and Sense almost certainly going to be a server execute lineup. They're going to use the Sense to block off the angle from Red Hall onto the plant spot, but they need to get blue control first because time is whittling low. As soon as these hatches are open, they need to nade those Goyos. Oh, and that's not good. That's not a good sign. The Tuber out a waste of time on it.
Mephi as well, not having to use any death
mark. Oh, Akali is deep.
Because the Tuber is going to waste 30 seconds. They're going to have a minute to clear the Goyos. The Goyos are going to last 20 seconds. There's 40 seconds left, and then there's 3 smokes, which is 30 seconds to plant denial. So time-wise right now, FearX basically essentially have to force a backside take. Because now they don't have enough time to even attempt that plant front side. They don't even have the guys at a staircase. And now smokes can deny backside. CAG is playing this really well, but that might have been a wasted smoke. Wasted C4 too. Hello? Bro, if they drop into the C4, I'm going to start crying in real life.
50 seconds, by the way, in terms of time here for FearX, and CAG are very much...
They haven't shot it still.
Hello? There's just no way.
Aggressive over towards main. Black Ray.
No surprise. The last map, and there's one stuck in towards elevator now. That's good boy, caught out by that gas babe.
Okay, I think they finally shot the C4. Oh, Sharif!
Trade does come through. 30 seconds, still some time. Don't have to panic here if you're FearX. The kid's
still a player in E1. This is still doable. Never mind, it's not doable. E1 player's dead.
While you do have this vault control, you haven't really cleared out the site itself.
20 seconds on the clock, a 1v4.
Boom.
Resilient in this opening round.
I mean, that's just not the attack to open up here. Third map, decisive map of the quarterfinal for FearX. The whole way through, it was clear to be elevator, clear to be vault.
Dog, it's like a 20-second delay. I know there's like a 20-second delay. I have to do it. It's a requirement.
Aiming towards CCTV. There was no red herring. There was no deceptiveness. And that made it very, very comfortable and easy for CAG to read.
It was easy to read, and I'd go as far as to say it just isn't the right play into that comp anyway, right? And no warden, no catch, blue clear should have been the play, at minimum to isolate one, and then go from there.
The ROUs either, too, were not effective.
They were to some degree, but I mean, it was more so like the backline goal.
What time is it? It's an hour ahead of East Coast time, so it's like 12:20.
Right? Black Ray massive with the shotgun main. He was very, very pivotal back on
12:20.
Cyclops, though, need to be mindful that they aren't fully reliant on him on this map. Despite popping off, it was nowhere near enough for them to win that last map.
So CAG on the board. The third and final map of this quarterfinal, the All APAC Showdown. And again, as I said, I think for their own sake of momentum,
CEO top floor.
That's really the way you want to start. A very convincing round. Everyone was well positioned. Everyone understood what they needed to do. And for Blackray to go and find another 2 kills as well to add to
Rooney and Azami. Looks like they're going to actually play the Azami inside of site itself on the shelf, most likely, with the Rooney in the windows to make sure he doesn't get cleared out of there as easily.
I'll take that.
You did say 25 plus.
Yeah.
Nothing really to stop a stock push here is the issue. But it looks like FearX are not going for a square side take. Looks like they're going for a lobby side take.
Probably impacted the most with bans.
A lot of info ops.
Yeah. So the setup actually probably benefits CAG more in this instance. They're unable to clear the Azami out of close window position.
Typically and traditionally, very difficult retake. And again, CJX, when you vault out, the inability to ADS immediately.
That's very true. This site is going to be so crazy without being able to jump out now.
Yeah.
He has 25 kills so far, so it's going.
I guess I don't know. I mean, I still feel like if you're jumping out of at least a close window, you can still hip fire people pretty effectively.
Yeah, if they're close to you, it's still doable. It's also risky because they could just like gun your shit. They're gonna clear the castle setup now with the Azamis.
Could go top square, could go airlock if they want to be super aggressive. Akali toying with Alice.
Oh!
Again, a nightmare series continues for Good Boy. Opening kill for CAG for the 2nd round running to begin on Bank is a great way to begin for the defensive team.
Arcoli gets both the lobby players. That's horrible. And I like the way Shuri playing that. He's sitting on top of the Aruni such that, like, if someone throws something onto it, he can reactivate it. But yeah, that close window position just is what CAG are playing for. They put a castle on the double window, a Rooney on the other window on the other side. And it's hard to get that open. It's hard to get the Azami out of the position.
And suddenly, with still over a minute remaining, still very much a winnable round here for FearX.
On camera though, Cyclops may look to crunch that position.
Mephi has to stay alive. He has to stay alive here.
Chasing one. Arcoli though able to escape. Can now play the cross, the triangle with the rest of the team top floor.
Coded has not moved an inch.
It feels so weird with that delay. Holy shit. Like that round happened behind us. I might try to ask for more help once it's my turn, my game next.
Blackray so low on health, but he only needs a sliver to stay alive without.
Ooh, Conan's going crazy though in the windows. Wow. Well, he needs his plant on the couch now. What the fuck is Mephi just got to get at a plant spot now.
20 seconds left here for FearX. They must
oh my god, bruh. You got to plant first. Plant the bomb first and then bait the planter. Plant! There you go, bro.
Go for the kill. He will go for the plant.
Mephi will stick, and Blackray needs to clutch up.
So close through the soft wall. Blackray, so instrumental on Cafe, but couldn't get the chocolates, and now a chance to steal a crucial round here for CAG.
They have an Echo over there too. He knows where he is.
Position now known towards airlock, and he can play the castle barricade. 28 seconds for Blackray.
Oh!
Him and Mephi gets it done.
Oh, they're loving that crowd. I love that they're enjoying the crowd. Only love thinking this up, Jonah. I appreciate it.
Can Twitch turns pop fire extinguishers? Yes. When you went through the whole thing. I don't know. Brazilian team would be nice. W7M. Let Paula get a win.
Coded 4 massive kills, and Cyclops, they elected not to crunch that position. I believe they had some info off the Echo. Instead, fortified. They went for the triangle. Coded able to go chip away to break it down, and despite dying,
thank you.
Glaz able to clutch up.
I mean, a crucial round.
Thank you, Dabo. Thank you, Dabo.
It was going to be that foregone conclusion. But there maybe wasn't a way back into the round for FearX. Arcali's so dominant towards towers. He found 2 kills early in the round. Dealt with Woogie and the Kappa Tower. So lost a lot of that utility. And it's this moment here. At 5v2 at that point in time, and Coded was able to go and find 4 kills.
Blackray is just Timothy pretty much.
Absolutely.
But Blackray,
pretty much.
Well, he never wilted. Never panicked.
Honestly, Memphi's been playing really good too, though.
And in the end, yes, Mephi was able to stop him, but it was because he was so low on health, and you just almost felt like it was meant to be for Blackray with the way he's been playing so far in this series. But 1-1. Hard to say if that should have been a CAG round, considering how big Coded actually went.
Double shield, FearX, Blitz, Blackbeard. What sort of impact may that have on the roam clear here from the attack?
The fast entry? Fast entry in the stock?
Holly, though, close by, has
or no?
Utility, keep it barriers.
Yep, fast entry in the stock, straight in.
Akali, up close the blitz.
Does he get away from the blitz? Yes, he does. Oh, what the fuck? There's a guy in sight, too. What the fuck?
I think he just blew through the wall.
What
with,
the
like,
shit?
Blackbeard,
Yeah, went
like,
through
mechanics.
E-box. Yeah. It's a crazy attack by FearX.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate how much shield play there is. It drives me crazy.
He had the jump, but he just didn't have the means to actually kill the
I feel like it's like that scene, like, look what
Yeah.
they did to my boy.
What did they do to the game I love?
Yeah. It sucks, dude. I hate shields. This is so boring to watch.
I would pencil that as an anomaly, even with coded still up.
To be fair, it is only one player down at the moment. Plenty of time still remaining for FearX. CAG well positioned.
I mean, it's not going to get better either.
No. It is not.
Adrenal Surge is available for coded, by the way, so that can get Woogie back up to full
This is our Gax Minecraft stream. Real.
To actually just kind of use this now, just to get that
I think.
back to full strength.
What do you think would be a good way to balance shield? I think like.
Delete them from the game.
Yeah, but besides that,
yeah,
I think if you like, they should do the slow effect. If you just even hit the shield once with the bullet.
Yeah.
I think just like that will let people like tap the shield and like keep them at a distance. You know?
Yep. Make them very supportive, where they have to like ADS you more. I would also slow the ADS.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's potentially saving us.
Like they're just too like agile for like.
Yeah.
Just they're so powerful.
I think a siren should go off every time a shield ADS is.
I just think they're too agile. They're supposed to be like a big like clunky like shield and
or coming out.
They can run at you and then
chaos.
just ADS
Yeah,
you instantly, melee you, knock you on the ground, then just get a free kill.
Sweep through the sight.
Holy shit.
Second round found running for FearX.
Well, we saw them test a couple of different points.
Are there any shield changes going to be next season? I don't know. I can't like talk about like I've already played the new season and stuff, but besides that, I can't like talk about anything unless it's been like shown on the stream. And I don't know exactly what has or hasn't been showed. Like some of the stuff obviously I know, but like you know, I don't want to like accident leaks.
They recompose. Eventually, the hatch shot works out.
I think no, dude. I think it's just gotta be like if you even shoot a shield one time, like on the shield, it should like sprint debuff them and slow them.
I think also like I don't like the sprinting while the shield is up either. Like before, remember when you sprinted?
Yeah, you wanted you're like, ugh.
Yeah. It made it like a little bit better. I don't know. There's just very annoying.
Adjust mid-half of these rounds.
Well, we go to basement again, right? And we're not seeing the warden, we're not seeing catch. So Anaton's going to post up blue, and I think FearX need to test that. They need to be going for the util dump, clearing it, cutting it off, open the hatch, force.
What if they gauge shield's HP like Reinhardt shield, and like eventually it breaks?
Get the pick, and then maybe
good work.
Consider the gold rotator.
I wouldn't be opposed to that just because I think it's this game is a game that shields have no place in it.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. For a while they had him like in a decent spot, but
yeah,
that's the thing. So you can obviously play this certainly on a default server here in towards
definitely going downhill.
But naturally you're gonna expect
shields are rebalanced the game with this. Agreed. I mean, if they're gonna be here, I think they should just be like purely supportive, pretty much. And they could just do way too much right now and clear way too much area. And it doesn't require like a good example is like I will play with people sometimes that like have actually never played the game, and I will take them into a top champion ranked game, and they can be effective by playing Clash and Montaigne.
Yeah.
And that should not be possible. You know,
yeah.
You should not be playing against people that have 10,000 hours in the game and are the highest level in the game as a brand new player and be able to be effective when normally you would just get like die every round doing nothing.
Low key, I think giving shields HP wouldn't be bad.
I would be fine with that.
Because like think about it like that, and then you're actually like trading like a shield for like an engagement, like old Blackbeard. Right. Like you're trading like a face shield for an engagement, and then if the HP fucks it over too much, then just give him two. Yep. Like have him be able to re-equip it twice.
I don't think it's going to take CAG to.
And then like, you know, if you fuck up, because you shouldn't be able to just sit there, you know, while a guy's gunning you. Like, it's not like even in real life. It's like your right shield, like a police guy in real life. They're not gonna sit there and tank a fucking LMG, dumping 80 bullets in them, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, the realism thing, there's a lot of unrealistic stuff in the game, but it doesn't, like, there's things that are unrealistic in the game, but they make sense from, like, a logical perspective. Whereas, like, the stuff with shields doesn't logically make sense. It's just so, like, off.
Potential flash dump from Coded.
So they look to clear this position. It would severely weaken the defense of CAG. And talk about a big win for Woogie. Clears out blue stairs. And now puts that CAG defense under an immense amount of pressure.
Make shields impactable. That could work too. That's
They're
actually
pressure for FearX on that drop.
We got more sandwiches.
More wraps. I actually didn't enjoy the chicken wrap that much. They had a weird like sauce in it that I didn't like.
It's not bad.
Thank you so much. I'm actually good off the wrap.
I'll eat another one.
Oh, you'll have this one?
No.
Oh,
give it the dapper.
You want the wrap? Okay.
Mephi's been sitting and waiting a long
I think
time
I prefer the burger. I don't know why.
I think
Wait, was there a veggie wrap?
This is definitely going to be.
Oh, there's a veggie wrap? Oh. I'll try it later. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
You've got players playing hatches with the ROUs, the
Thank you.
Candelas, for example, to try and help deny the ability for the defense to stop the plan.
Look at this here. It's like it took a little dump or something.
What the
Time will
fuck?
be a factor as well to consider. If Woogie does die at some point here, we'll go.
Oh my God! Straight into sight. Plant spot in the corner. Off plant spot with the yeet with the sets. Oh, but he finds it. The nitro was so perfect. How did they know where it was planting? Rin replanting the bomb.
Now just 5 and Rin attempting to plant. Will it be stuck? The answer is yes.
Boom! Shotgun holding on top of Red Hatch. What can you even do against that, bro? Bang! FearX attacks look deadly. It looks so deadly. Holy shit! FearX reminding me of Damn One Kia. If you ever watched that one event, Damn One Kia, look very, very good.
You do.
Yeah, I think you do.
It has been taken, of course, by CAG.
Wait, chat, what was the furthest Damn One Kia ever win? Did they make it to a major finals?
No. I mean,
but they went into the semis, I think, that one time against FaZe. No? Am I stupid as bricks?
Maybe a semis, but not finals.
They tested the waters.
There's never been an APAC team in the finals.
They cleared towards blue. I think they probably got a little bit fortunate.
I mean, Anaton has been really struggling in this series now. 6 and 18, 61 EPS, and 0-4 entry. So if you're playing that blue stairs position, you may not necessarily be like an entry fragger kind of player, but you're going to have to know that you're going to be one of the early targets in these rounds.
Didn't waste much time and took no one with him, so...
Lost to FaZe in semis. Oh, yeah, they were round 15 to FaZe, yeah. Yeah.
Plant attempts, number 2.
You should know, dumbass, Lord Cortis. Okay, how about you solve an integral calculus equation for me, you fucking moron? How about that? How about you solve an integral calculus equation before I solve an integral calculus equation? Yeah, don't fucking talk to me, pussy ass kid. I'll see you. Pull up to Brazil, bro. In GTA.
At least in this matchup.
At least in this matchup until they potentially take on a Brazilian team.
Sick of these motherfuckers, George. I'm sick of these motherfuckers.
Come to Brazil.
And then he gave. No blitz, no worries.
Yeah, and if he's here, I'd be a pussy. I'd be like, hey, man, what's up?
Different operator with the shield, in this case, the Blackbeard.
Watching your Pro League 1v1 vids, all I'm saying I cleared them in ones? No, absolutely. The pro players definitely are not as good at 1v1s as like other players that play 1v1s all day. Woogieman monitor is crazy? I know.
And if it does end up being a kind of more open style sort of bank where the attackers can kind of roam, get a lot of map control, certainly CAG could find success on their own.
Bro, I solve integral calculus equations at 16. Shut up, Gaijin feeder. I picked the easy thing. You're a pro and you don't know shit? I'm not a pro, though. That's because you don't know shit. You didn't know I wasn't a pro because I'm retired. Ugly-ass, divorced-ass parents, kid. Yeah, that's right. Your parents are divorced. How about that? Sorry, this is a typical Fett stream. Sorry to the George chatters.
The previous round as well was the first round that FearX actually got an opening kill. The other 3 rounds went the way of CAG.
Oh,
no,
I mean,
no. Woogie goes down really early on the off.
Really wanted that Mozzie best, man.
Available. Big kill from Blackray. Having a monstrous series so far. Maybe more is required of him as well if CAG are to get themselves out of this hole. But certainly a good start for this 5th round. But you've
George
got to
and Fett
convert
are
so far
110
2 rounds
in
for
age
CAG
together.
were not converted into round wins.
I'm
One
like
of those being
90
a
of it.
5v2.
I think questions to be asked of Good Boy as well in this round as we switch to his POV.
Lurk coming through garage side.
Lurk potentially the
coming
upfield
up the
main
marble
blue.
styles.
Actual.
Nobody currently in base.
Do they have a garage cam or something?
No, they do not.
I think they do. Yeah, this knock, you could have taken a different operator.
At the moment though, and Rin spotted above.
They might not have the info though.
Nitro.
Yeah.
They do have a BP too. It's probably garage, realistically.
For open area though, I don't know about if it's open area. Tube cage shot though for keeping the quad wall closed permanently.
Don't be too surprised to
Yeah.
hear a couple of those
Eating the
nitros ring
rat.
out over the next
Maybe it's the
20, 30
E2 hall
seconds.
cam they're also worried about.
Yeah.
They need to flush somebody down towards Good Boy, or Good Boy needs to make the play up. It's the only way they're going to go for the defense.
Oh.
There is a player in elevator to flush.
Oh, this is what it's for.
Why does he have a laser?
Could this be the time that he activates on the Nork? Indeed,
Freebie?
he will.
Yeebies.
Akali caught napping inside
It
of
worked out,
Basement, it did work out actually. Oh, because he had a guy on cam from the lower basement cam.
Yeah.
Still got those
Interesting.
full
That's a
nitro
perfect
cells
knock
available
play
for
actually.
CAG.
That was a perfect
Draw some
counter
of
knock.
these out, put some pressure up above, but right now no one positioned inside of stock.
Are they going to go for stock corner hatch? Yeah, because they have nothing to get the wall open. Nothing to get the wall open against a 2 bandit setup, so they had to go for hatch drop. They need E2. They need E2 control. E2 entry right now.
I think Rin is yellow ping, thinking about a drop.
Oh, they
as
know
well
he's
from
there.
Canada.
Just pre
Good boy.
ball bang,
Oh,
boom.
it's another one for Good Boy.
Walking in. Hatch drop gets canceled. Rin in the 1v2.
Space and Rin in a 1v2
Huge player for his team so far. Not going to work.
Make it happen. Shut down by Jibitsu.
It's God. Thank you for the sub and Joe No Ads. Appreciate you.
And CAG find their response after that tactical timeout. 3-2.
Plus, if you take your laser off.
The Mozzie
Okay,
in that
dude.
last round,
I have to
massive
listen.
impact
I have
we
a
saw.
rant about
Drone above,
lasers.
feeding the
They
vert
only
info,
make your
whilst
gun
they may not
ADS
necessarily
10%
translate
faster.
to
It's
massive
like
direct amount of kills
0.1
if better
seconds.
level
It does
info.
not make a difference.
The one
Maybe at
towards
like the
top
highest
lane
level
as
for
well,
pro
so the
players,
position
maybe it
for
kind
the,
of
and
it
then
can maybe.
again,
But you're
well
not a pro
played.
player. So just take it
Those
off. Your
inside
laser
being
gives
their
you
jaw
away
for
all the
ankle
time,
roll.
or it gives you
And Good Boy was
improper
a threat.
crosshair placement.
He
Instead of
was able
holding
to
the
get a nice
exact
two kills,
angle on a door, you're
unfortunately,
holding the
he
door
kind of
frame
put him in a challenging
instead.
position where
Take
he
them off of every
had
gun.
to
I'm
find
telling
the
you.
third then to open up the late round trade potential.
I think it's just depending on your play style. Like if you like are on ADS all the time and you aim in a lot and you entry a lot.
It's still like it's like a 0.1 seconds. It's not even that. An entire.
Well, like it's not bad if you know how to aim not at a doorway.
But then you're always having improper crosshair placement.
Yeah, that's true.
So would you rather have perfect crosshair placement or the ADS time for most of the guns in Siege is 0.4 seconds, and it's a 10% reduction. So you're removing like under.
0.04, yeah.
It's like crazy. Like that doesn't do anything.
I'm also a non-laser user. But I mean, I don't know. Some pros like fucking, like the old, they watch too much Newers, they watch too much Psycho, they love fucking just scoping in at everything.
Yeah.
So did already with the entry pick. That's a huge layer taken off the board. They already have open area in like 0.2 seconds. Our goalie gives himself away. Player outside the windows lighting him up.
Good initial aggression in the round from FearX to help unlock this first floor control.
Marcoli playing the die on this roam. Will he get cleared out easily or not? There's only one player outside top square. There was the Hebana, but I'm not sure.
Get anything from this position in Janitor, where he's now quite low on health.
Not sure he's with them. Marcoli in Janitor.
Doesn't really have a lot of help.
Basement site, by the way, so third appearance in the half.
Yeah, I mean, does he just kind of...
FearX converting to a top floor take now. They're clearing out the room.
I don't think he's getting out of this position.
Chibisu spotted out, gets the trade. Remember, gets the kill on the coded.
Gets rid of the Habana, helps out Akali, stuck over towards Janitor. May think about a rotate now, and he does do so through the hatch. He's out of there, well timed.
Both of them fall off. So they've recovered the roam pick that would have gotten, or they recovered the time gotten from killing the guy on the open area roam. The thing is, if you're FearX, the correct play there is actually to straight up hit site. When you split a roam in half, it's a 5v2 on the site. So they could have just all dropped hatches and barreled through site and planted the bomb. That was actually the perfect play they could have made. But then they converted to a roam clear, which, in my opinion, it's very inefficient. I think in almost every scenario, if you kill the middle person of a roam, you split the roam in half. Like you split the bodies in half, and you all go one way. Then you have a 5v2. Like you get a 5v4, but then there's 2 and 2, and you get a 5v2 onto the side players.
Back hit the play. There's a lot of decisions.
The reason it doesn't work for the roam is because the roam doesn't defend an objective, so they get to run circles around you. They get to go wherever the fuck they want. Whereas the side players actually have to defend an objective. There's a plant to be stopped.
Right now, this very much could still be either side in terms of the site for FearX as to where they want to kind of hit this. Because those secondary hard breaches
singing the sub and Jono ads, appreciate you.
Unlock these hard breaches. They've now opened up all of them.
Anatim with good info.
Well, that's kind of a funny echo cam.
As well. The ROU out. Still got Vulcan
I think he saw them rotating away though. Does the echo cam spot out perfectly? They're going for a backside take. CAG should have perfect info on the fact that they're getting in the backside of the. Oh my god, the Ying shotgun is so huge. 2v2 now, one player's down. Could he get in server now, technically, and plant the bomb? There's a player in garage. Rid? Rid, are we gonna know? Rid? Hello? 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 Ooh. Out of everyone you could have killed? The down player?
They knew he was there. They had the black kid watching that player. There was an opportunity to trade that out, potentially then flick back for the plan and cut off the remaining defender, but the chaos getting the better of FearX in that round. Cyclops, to their credit, withstand the pressure.
We go 3-3 at the half. We are all tied up here in this deciding map. And this is the beginning of the round for me, because you lose Sharit, you lose the pulse, you lose a lot of information, you lose the body. Chipitsu knows as well that Arkal is stuck towards Janitor. That swing kind of helps get him out.
They knew Anatin was there. The Blackbeard was staring at him for 10 seconds before that.
I mean, for Anatin to still get those kills with so little time remaining on the clock and knowing how chaotic that end of round was for a player that's been struggling in this series, could that waken him up?
Wasn't even the shots. We saw just how much info he was relaying off the yokai as well before that. So
Close
massive
game though,
round for him.
overall.
Yeah.
In a series that hasn't quite gone.
They did a really good job with the stage, by the way.
Fans have
Dude, really sick.
So sick.
Round 7 onwards.
Brazil don't play. I can't wait for the Brazilian teams to be here and everyone's fucking. Ooh, vamos, ooh, vamos, ooh, vamos.
Set the stage for potentially the double range hard breach. The Ace and the Habana could be taken off the board. It makes top floor much more difficult to attack. We'll certainly wait and see how that dynamic plays out. We go to top floor to kick things off though. Cyclops wanting to take this opportunity, perhaps their best opportunity of the half, to win this side.
Well, it couldn't be closer, could it? 1-1, 3-3. Making it even more difficult to predict who will move forward into the semi-final, continuing to represent APAC at this tournament.
10 seconds to go.
And it's going to come down to moments. It always does in these kind of tight matches. You can have your systems, you can have your fundamentals, but it's going to come down to moments like Coded on a 4K, Anatin with the Yokai's end of round, previous round. Who's going to be able to get some clutch kills, some clutch moments?
I mean, Mephi Glaz 1v1, right? Been a few of them.
And you've got to be ready for that as a player individually when it's your time to be in that situation.
Castled off the curved door with the prep on it. Okay, I didn't see shit like this before. That means stock hopping is free. Do they have a mirror looking at stop with feet holes all across? No, it's a default reinforcement setup.
This could be very,
Wait, so there's usually you have feet holes in the stock wall so that your Janny player can actually look at the stock hopping and get a crossfire with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
Individually skilled he is mechanically.
Maybe it's tech. Maybe he like spawns in. He punches the barricade, spawns it out of nowhere, and gets a bunch of kills.
No one below 3 kills, so all can play.
Possibly, did they have info on that hallway?
Level impact, which is really
maybe.
I guess maybe a Fenrir.
Certainly in the previous.
Wait, it's fucking top floor side as well. Free mirror shot. The reinforcements for the mirror are also tucked on the harder right too. So I mean, this should. I don't know. The setup's kind of contradictory of itself.
Yeah, I'm not really getting it, to be honest with you. And they only had 1 BP, which is now gone.
Who can handle the nerves a little bit better here?
We'll see, I guess.
Wow, I mean, that's a really good shock drone. A lot of info. Utility dealt with. Groundwork at the moment from Cyclops has been very, very good.
The setup is good, but the execution and the finish has to be better.
Yeah.
Claymore's placed as well for any potential jump outs from FearX. More work from Sharif down below in archives to just kind of dislodge the position
Good buck play
of FearX.
for CAG, clearing out the player close to windows.
And in the end, Coded.
Whoa, that traded? Holy shit! And he did pocket the mirror. He did pocket the mirror. Yeah.
Yep. The entire time, yet to mention it.
That does fortify this Janitor position and makes it more annoying unless it gets
Oh, and he's trying to fight it.
This is the round.
He's trying to fight it. He needs to fight that mirror back.
Yep.
Almost got the mirror.
This is literally. I don't know. Did he pop it or no?
Why didn't he try to keep going for it? That was a horrible gunfight with the mirror to take.
Yeah.
But both the mirrors are popped. Now he has nowhere to really sit actually inside of janitor anymore. The strat's so confusing. The strat's so confusing.
I see the general idea of it, but I think, you know what it is, I bet you?
Yeah.
So they're probably just predicting, because there's no jump outs, that they're going to all do like a hard window take, right? And they're not even going to really bother taking top squares. So the door is prepped so they can like probably start to like run out those like, windows and stuff like that and put extra pressure. That's the only thing I can think of, and you know,
I still don't understand it. Yeah, like,
you know,
bad strat. We can call it bad strat when we see one.
Yeah.
You got enough ball knowledge to know.
Yep. Not that it's good. I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah.
Take the lead on bank for the first time.
I think it was just entirely dependent on the mirror setup.
And a really chaotic top four hit. So much
obviously didn't work out.
Around that mirror inside of Jan. The initial
one buck underneath. Who will win? One buck underneath or the whole setup? I don't know. Like if your strat is that dependent on that singular win con, then you need to put a roamer underneath, right? You give him stock, you have the stock guy go underneath the 1v1 the buck. Otherwise the strat falls apart. And they wanted to put a guy at close windows too, right? They wanted to play a guy at close windows, which also depends on the buck not being underneath. So you have to have a free roamer underneath on the strat.
With so many lines of sight then available to Cyclops, and ultimately a team that did the groundwork, did it in a good fashion, were rewarded in the end. And with that, a one-round lead.
And with that, 3 rounds away now from booking themselves a spot in tomorrow's semi-final, a top 4 finish minimum here at this event.
10 seconds left.
And a really good way to kind of kickstart the year. And heading into
basement
APL
defense
later on for stage 1. Job's not done though.
Again with the kitchen holes across quad wall. Just to get a long angle. Just to get a long angle onto the top blue player.
Kind of just switch it on
Interesting.
at a moment's notice.
And no archive sellers room at all with that castle.
Yeah.
That's a common castle though. That's a good castle. It makes it so that if the enemy takes an archive seller for free, they can't just get an angle cutting open area in half.
I tell you what, they lose this round. You can.
Looks like a super small venue. The venue's actually like pretty big.
A massive impact. Massive impact.
It's I think it's an Olympic stadium, right?
Yeah, the venue is huge. We're just not using like the top floor at all.
Yeah. They only, I think they only rented out the bottom floor.
In his boys to overcome this 8th round without his intervention. If they do lose it, you imagine their head coach will have a word. And the good thing with Dark as well, he doesn't come at it from a negative aspect. He doesn't berate his players. He's a confidence builder. He's a team lifter. We saw that as well back on the previous map of Cafe. Rin just takes a little bit of a shoulder shot. 5-man stack down basement for FearX gives up all semblance of top floor control, middle floor control here for CAG. They bring the blitz once again with Anaton.
Swapping max.
So where do they go for in terms of a hit for CAG? Will it be more default? Will it be for that server-side hit into CCTV?
The Goyo outfit to Chanker on this occasion, typically regarded as weaker overall, but given the
Tag take map, 1 minute 30.
They actually have like
no Goyos. It's going to be a purely Tachanka execute. Castle on the red door to stop the red hall drop from getting any presence, but it's not going to work out. Going to get melee naded.
I don't understand the lack of a Goyo take here.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I feel like you can replace easily like the Fenrir, but maybe it's just for like from early rushes.
Maybe.
Looks like it's going to be more of a flood though. Yeah. By CAG goes the final execute with smoke charges. Oh, the castle missed a nade. He can play still close in the red hall. What's his in? What's his in? He can't get through. He can't get through the rotate. The fuck? Hello, Ma? Hello? And the bomb's still going down. He's going to stop the bomb. He's going to stop the bomb. He's stop the bomb himself. What the fuck? You couldn't see it? The guy was right behind him. Enemy team retakes hatches. They're going to retake hatches. It's going to be a perfect post.
Easier said than done.
How are they going to do this? Could they long arm the bomb? Is there any way they could long arm the bomb?
I don't think so. It's against the wall.
Where's the clear above? They're both above. They both could be watching this hatch, hoping that Oh!
He can, but who can win this war? Down and chip it to
Oh! Oh, he had it! Oh, the crowd's actually going kind of crazy for that, bro. Holy shit.
He needed to waste literally 1 second.
Oh,
he started defusing at like 8 exactly on the dot, so there's 1 second to spare.
Second time
Wow.
in this series,
John Danger
won a post that they should never win.
They're cagging.
What's the capacity of the venue? I have no idea. I don't think that they like rented out the top floor. Like generally when you do like venues, you could like rent out sections, and then they provide like security and all that kind of stuff. So I know the event is sold out. They just rented like the bottom level. That's it.
Woogie winning that battle through the hatch. If he had not have been able to win this one here, if Arcali wins that fight, Rav is done. You put a line through it. There's no world in which.
Holy shit! Look at him. He sprinted right. Oh my god, that was crazy.
Yeah, 1 second to spare.
4-4. We are all tied up on bank. And so far, the difference has very much been that those moments such as that I mentioned before will be the difference are all going the way of FearX. I think the larger body of work, CAG have maybe looked a little bit better, but they're not able to close out some of these rounds. That's been the difference, guys. That's really the difference right now. And you just know FearX can play better. And if they do, this could get oh so dangerous
is
now
the
for
full
CAG.
capacity. Yeah, that's with like basketball though. Yeah. So Dapper looked it up for us.
Insane.
So I'm guessing like the actual, like they probably have like 6,000 of the seats maybe available, give or take. So something like that.
KG looks so cute around normal sized people. Jesus.
Get the short jokes every day.
And so Vert will
People haven't come to the arena yet. There's a good, there's like, there's still a good amount here, honestly. But you guys gotta remember that it's like Friday, like on a work day. Like, what time is it here? It's 1 p.m.
Yeah.
I mean, like, would you be able to go to an event at 1 p.m. on a Friday without taking off work? Probably not. Or school, you know, whatever.
Good boy gets out. Good boy immediately gets out, and he's back to the fucking basement blue, and now he's a win con. That's such a good Scopos positioning spot. Such a good spot to have a fucking Scopos. Gets a pick onto the square entry, and immediately goes on the blue stairs. Now they give up top floor, and they're playing in a horizontal layer now, with Good Boy being the basement win condition. I really like this strat. I really like this strat. And from the basement, as you know, you can either go up blue stairs to deny the kitchen execute, or you can go up main stairs to deny the hatch drop execute.
Number 20 going into this game. Number 20. I can't believe it.
But it's been a big area of strength for them in this series. And probably why this has been so close.
So Falcon play this round, and I'm
FearX
watching
have looked
very closely.
extremely strategically sound so far this event.
In lobby as well. Looks like the third is open, if I saw that correctly.
Chibitsu can set drones. The CAG feel a little bit stalled out now. Their attack has slowed down. It's been hindered until Blackray, of course, stands up and gets rid of Good Boy.
I mean, he might be playing a lot of hard breach, but he is getting in there and doing
He's the fragger in this series, absolutely.
Good old
Reap has also really stood up in this final map. Keep it barrier.
Look at that animation.
Yeah,
that's
really
so
cool.
sick.
Deep side.
Double hard breach, but they need to clear out. They need to clear out Rin at bottom blue. They need to clear out Rin. Rin has win con. Rin, you fucked it up. You just had to wait. Rin just had to wait, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna power together. They're gonna power together. Rin, oh, Rin had the win con, but you just had to wait. If Rin just waited and hit bottom blue, that would have been easy fucking pickings.
They do have a Valk. I wonder if they like called for him to swing off of it.
Yeah. Coded. Coded. No. 2v2.
This round alive with 20 seconds left. Mephi, Woogie, both sides, 15 seconds left here. Blackray and Arcali, the dynamic duo, to make their way in, but with the Batman off the board, it's all down to Robin. As Arcali pushes forward, he knows he's got no chance to stick this plan. Has to go for the kills, and the boogeyman is ready for him.
Wow. He's loving it. Mephi's loving it, bro.
They're looking good.
FearX have taken the lead deep in this map, and they've still got their tactical timeout in the back pocket.
Oh, they're facing the crowd. That's sick.
Way, entering the 10th round.
Wait, wow, CAG has no one on their side. They're all cheering for fucking FearX. That's why he keeps standing up. That's why the FearX players keep standing up, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a stadium's divided into 2 halves. It's gonna be a war, bro, when the Brazilians play each other.
It will be.
Holy shit.
It's gonna actually be crazy.
It's kind of sad that FaZe didn't make that, though, because I saw so many people in that FaZe jerseys.
I know. That'd have been, and even Liquid too.
Yeah.
Liquid has a booth here and stuff too.
Blackray did his best.
Oh, he actually.
The round after losing that opening pick and good escape.
I think he actually got, instead of, I think it was like Red got flanked. I think he didn't even.
Yeah,
push
he
out
did, but
really.
I think like right there, you hide behind the server rack bottom floor and you just play to like fight the flanker.
No, I agree.
So they hunt you, you waste more time than if you just swing out there.
Like
well, maybe he had info or something.
Yeah, they did have a Valve Cup. That's the only thing I can think of is they got a call.
It's set up perfectly for FearX.
That same as zombie position where you play close on the windows.
They've been winning all of the close 50-50s. Can they look to now close this out? It was said, they were favored, that they would take this series against CAG, against their APAC rivals.
Yeah, no caggers. Yeah, I guess Brazil doesn't fuck with certain types of Asians.
Just maybe 1 or 2 punches away from landing that knockout blow.
I think probably a lot of what it is FearX's coach is Brazilian, right?
Oh yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, FearX is, there you go, there you go.
Notable difference in attacking lineup as well
That's
is
facts.
dropping the buck.
What do you think of new Claymore lasers?
I think they're good, more visible.
Yeah.
Hopefully when you're running out of like certain, you know, like say a clubhouse garage door or something, you can't even see that shit.
The pocketed mirror to put the second one down. I would wait a little bit to put this down here. Wait.
No, I'm kind of surprised that they're not doing it all. Is like, if you lose a Mira, it's not the end of the world. If you place it high enough, like, maybe because if they repel upside down, they can probably get a headshot angle on it. But you could just play an open Mira and you can still throw C4 through it.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
They could find an early pick. on the repel.
But then they could also pop and put the pocketed one right next to it. Nade comes through on this player. He's fucked. Yeah, the castle goes down. That's why the other team had the Arudis on that setup. Just to make sure that couldn't happen. Really good clear. Really good clear to CAG on that. Really efficient.
Placed by the frag grenade, caught on the cross.
Good clear from CAG.
Very difficult position to play. There really wasn't much you could do. Especially if you haven't got catch on the board, you're screwed.
Oh, and the dust just settles a little bit here in the 10th round. But again, this is where you've got to feel like, as a player, you could be called upon.
Huckleberry goes out. They have an angle onto a player now. It's easy pickings. Spider-Man repel coming through. Spider-Man repel coming through right now.
Swiftly done with this defensive hold from FearX without response. It's a 5 versus 2. But we've been in this position before, where FearX have come back from a 2-5.
Oh, the Spider-Man pro almost gets one.
Dude, Spider-Maning on that spot is so broken with the DMR. You just like cut people's feet off.
Player repels in. Mephi. Not good. Tied it up. It's 5-5. This is a close-ass fucking game, bro. Holy shit.
No Kanto ball, no issues for Cyclops. They
down to the wire.
Their efforts and their utility and the clearance directly on site. They bring the Ash.
I feel like though a lot of what we're watching is like, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, but like you were saying, I think the strats are a little questionable.
Yeah.
Like we're not watching like just one team being straight up so good or like.
Well, I actually think both the teams had that castle on Jenny Door, right?
Yeah.
We saw it. Yeah. Why the fuck are they doing it? Like the other shots are kind of sound. Like the basement room with the holes on the bottom square was kind of sound. The open area, like one of them had a banded tube strat. The other one had a Scopo scrum that fell back. And then CEO would just put a castle on Jenny Door.
But that's not the
For what?
We have a Solis, we have a Tachanka,
Not sure.
They cannot plant, right? So do that to fake your open area. Don't need to die open area.
Well, I'll tell you what, next time I'm in a ranked match, I want Dark in my corner. That man is a very calming presence. I feel relaxed.
Straight to the strategy.
Yeah.
He keeps it really calm, relaxed. He believes in his team. And they obviously back in his calls.
Dark as a fire coach.
I love him. Tournament so far coming out of the tactical timeout, because it feels like whenever we get to hear from Dark, whenever we get to see that tactical timeout for FearX, they really come out the other side looking really, really solid. And we saw that as well back on Cafe. What did they end up winning? Like 4-something rounds straight.
Yep.
5-5, round 11. You win this round, you are one more away from then a semi-final appearance. And here, we can't see it on the replay, but there's a massive yellow ping on Coda's position. Some really good drone work from CAG in that previous round. Netted them a whole array of kills.
Vamos!
Some FearX fans in the stands, willing them on towards a semi-final appearance here in Rio. Both teams, though, 2 rounds away in regulation. Basement we go. Plenty of tools available here for a couple of different options to play out. FearX will extend somewhat above. They have the castle in tow once more. Probably will play fall off. Well, they're looking at their positions. Rather basement-centric currently, so they may look to actually lean towards the turtle.
I've put my stats away at this point because they should as well in game. At this point now, there's 2 rounds. It's just going to come down to game sense. It's just going to come down to good feel. Who's more ready for their moment? Basement's a very difficult site here for CAG. At least it should be. If we get back to overtime, that's when you can kind of dig deeper into the numbers. But for right now, it's just a matter of who can find the opening kills, who can get into good positions, who can stand strong defensively. Both teams moments away, but only one can progress. And certainly has lived up to the billing for this bout. So far, CAG,
the old
they will be very comfortable. There's no
I think those have been such a big game changer, like not forcing you to have to take like an official hard breacher.
Because they wouldn't be able to do this ban system at all if the fucking hard breach charge was the only horn in the game. Really good timing on this clear. Really good pacing on this clear. That's going to get both the Goyos, both the most important Goyos immediately.
Other one they can shoot from the breach too.
Yeah. Then you don't have anything, whereas at least with the Goyo, those are pre-placed balls and canisters. It means Good Boy can be a little bit more aggressive.
The Woogie Man playing for... Wait.
Good info.
Feels like days gone by, but you'd situate the pulse.
So that's,
Woogie Man spotting the plant so that Cody can throw the smokes?
I guess, but there's still...
I thought he said it was a Chonka. Didn't the coach say we had the Chonka, we can stop the plant, no need to panic?
Who still has one more remaining.
They're wasting smoke. There's still fire there.
I know. What the fuck is going on?
Good utility to CAG.
Well, they've invested quite a bit there. Not going to.
And like they.
Last gas babe out though.
That's the
last smoke. They have. They're fucked. They have to double flank. They have to double flank or do something. It's literally chalked. How are we gonna stop this garage angle? I mean, I guess it's a shield. You can't stop it from garage angle against a shield.
5v5 moment, Sharif.
Yeah, this is GG. There's a castle barricade. You can't stop it from garage angle. Oh my god, what the fuck happened?
On apart.
As good as he is, and as good as he's been, surely this is a task insurmountable even for Rin. And CAG.
Why did they pick? What happened to the Chonka pick? The coach literally said we had the Chonka, we're fine. What?
I don't know. Last second, maybe they. I don't know.
And after a dark tactical timeout,
the thing is,
FearX cannot find a round
you can't really waste enough time with just smoke. You need smoke to Chonka there. Well, they had a Goyo, I just got popped fast, I guess.
Of that 12th round without Dark's guidance. And do it their own on defense to try and send
I'm just confused because Dark said we have smoke, we have the Chonka, it's fine. That's why they played so turtle.
Yeah,
but then, where was the Chonka? Did they just pick the wrong operator?
Good Boy giving away an absolute freebie main.
It was really weird.
Cyclops did a good job.
They're all just like
peeking portion of that utility. Some of the timing
very weird.
And the overall economy management may not have been the absolute best. The lack of Candela at the very end could have potentially proven to be costly, but they had good positions elsewhere. The hatches were being watched very, very cautiously. And overall just made the plant denial essentially impossible. And definitely no retake attempt on the cards as well ever in that particular scenario. So solid from Cyclops.
The largest lead of this particular map was the 3-1 lead to FearX back at the conclusion of round 4. Since then, no lead has been larger. Back and forth in its very nature. And as CAG went forth, can FearX now bring it back in this round? 5-6 on defense. And it's a chant that we've heard before back in Sao Paulo, ringing around the stadium, which essentially means never give up. And that's what FearX now need to think. We cannot give
That's
up.
fire. Brazil energy is so good.
Yep. I just can't wait to see the Brazilian teams playing. It's gonna be so sick.
That's the thing. I don't really. I'm gonna disown Elevate as a Brazilian team, bro.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to play an APAC, bro. Like, get out of here.
Yep.
You know, bolster the defensive win rate.
How do you feel about that? About like the region swapping?
I mean, there's nothing stopping them, so I guess you can't really blame anyone from doing it.
Right.
But I just think it's stupid. I also don't think they're gonna do good in APAC anyways.
Yeah.
Because it's a different style. Like when Lowe's tried to make it a Brazil team in NA, it didn't do well.
No. But needs to be mindful that he's low on HP.
Yeah, very low now. Very gettable. And Coded gets the opening kill, but they do lose Woogie.
Oh my god.
The Boogie in the night has been dealt with. A big thorn in the side.
Wow!
But Good Boy activates at an oh so important time.
What the fuck? They were like fucking trapped in small office together with a castle. And it worked out.
Over towards electrical. It's starting to shape the way that it's necessary.
Black Racer, am I?
FearX.
Muted.
90 seconds
Can you
left.
find a spot without a mute jammer on
And
it?
a
There
little
should be
moment
one.
here for CAG to think their way through this round.
No, you can't get quad. That makes it so challenging.
Depends
now.
how
You can put it up. You can put it up. You can put
They
it
only
up.
did 2. You could do the middle.
Yeah, you can do the middle. You can do the up in the middle.
Yep.
Anaton has
Big
The
blunder
thing
by
is,
Black Racer. Not
he's
go for this.
thinking that they put 3 because he tried the sides with
Yeah.
But if he checks the middle, it'll be open.
Get rid of Rin. And suddenly it's all equal once again. 3 versus 3, but as we just saw, the site is rather secure for FearX. They must play to that strength.
Ooh, good boy.
Deals with the blitz.
That is a massive move to make.
Good boy with the flank.
Pretty risky, but it works out 3-2.
The trade coming back. Too much movement. People just gotta sit the fuck still, bro. Thermite no longer going for quad wall. He's trying to get vertical above the players.
No diffuser.
But that's probably not the right play to make.
Yeah, especially they have a mute right
Where's
there.
the case?
It's a mute and a smoke.
Well and truly towards towers. It doesn't seem to be on the minds of CAG. They want to clear the site and clear out.
Wow!
The Titans have been slain.
Let's go! I got my prediction right.
I lose my prediction.
Fuck.
A top 4 appearance for this Japanese Titan slaying team.
Cyclops have been waiting for what feels like an age to find some semblance of success overseas. They're now through to a semi-final, and they
Not gonna
do so
lie.
on that final map in quite
I heard all that shit happening behind me before it even happened.
Yeah,
it kind of
I know.
spoils it.
Yeah.
And an amazing series as well, so close to heartbreak,
Shoot.
you can almost just see it. They felt like this was their time.
If you ever find a restroom that's closer to this booth than the other one I had to went to, just let me know. Because look at that shit was far as fuck.
Yep. That was a crazy ending.
Makes reload super exciting this half of the bracket, and I tell you what, APL 2025.
My phone died.
Going back at it, I cannot wait.
And
It's
there's
dead?
another APL team
Completely.
as well still to play later
Aim.
today in Elevate as well. The time of APAC is here, the time of CAG is here, and I feel like
I might have to
in years
airdrop
gone
a
by,
charger.
This might have been the match that CAG will have cagged it, but this time they get over that hurdle. FearX were an amazing opposition and had an amazing tournament. All they've done at this tournament is garner new fans, garner new respect, not just for them, but for
All
APAC.
you.
And you can see what it means.
I wish
to
I'd have
these
brought. I had a
players
charger. I should have brought it for
this
you.
stage. APAC teams don't get this opportunity on a regular basis, but
Is that
they
veggie?
showed both of them what they're capable of.
All right, I'm officially at 4 prediction points.
They're all, and you can
Fuck.
see the
So
emotion.
I think I can hit the 7. I think I can hit it.
FearX will be sensing that they let this one
Try to fix the delay. Can I try to like give it a shot in your chair, or like we switch spots real quick?
Yeah. I think well, like for me, you have somebody else coming, right?
I don't think so for this one. I think I'm soloing this next one.
Soloing?
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to stay, I mean, you're welcome to stay.
of matches.
I would like. I think I told Pisty that I'm gonna go see some stuff with him.
Oh, sure, okay.
Some of my touristy
One of
stuff.
the tournaments for
So,
them to finally break
let
through
me
those
do
CAG
this really quick
curses that we've
too.
seen previously. They qualify for events.
Did the
but
media
they
room have a
don't really
bathroom?
Go on deep runs. They look so great, and then it all falls apart. Well, now they're finally put
The
together
crazy part
the
about it
best
is like when you go down to the
performance
media
for CAG
room,
that we have seen for a long,
you have to like
long time
basically
as we
guess
go
to
to
get
Ian
there
for an
because
interview.
all the security guards switch like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Really?
And some of them let you in with media passes and some of them don't.
And it was a long
Damn.
one.
So you kind of just have to like
Tough opponents,
walk
but
around
you were
until someone
confident
lets you
coming
in.
Okay.
And you proved why.
But there should be a bathroom right down by the meet and greet, no?
Well, this stream's not working anymore.
That's nice.
Ian Chambers, my goat.
I can't read it. It's in Portuguese.
Like best of like what?
All right,
We're
chat.
top 4 now?
Thank you very much to Ubisoft
It's
again
not yet over.
for sponsoring the stream for me. I'll send you guys over to my offline stream, and yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back, so should be good.
Bye, Dad.
Be good.
We're here doing it.
Ele falou que ele tá sem palavras agora, eles são top 4,
Oh, no, we
ele
have
tá muito feliz com
audio
isso.
again?
I'm so confused on what the hell's going on.
I don't really know. Next slide. Are we laggy too? Or just they're laggy?
Um momento. E, people in Brazil.
Let's do the best we can.
That shield is pretty sick. The Blackbeard Hall shield.
Eles estão fazendo aí, vai continuar
I'm
o
the
bom
goat.
trabalho
Oh,
you're not the goat.
Fixed it.
deles. And we have 3 APAC teams. Now we have only 2, but we had here 3 APAC teams at reload. That means a lot for the region, right?
Internet should be
Technically one APAC team. You know, the other one is.
internet should be better though now that you're not streaming anymore.
No disrespect to.
Yeah, I'm gonna
tomorrow.
turn it
I'm
off.
excited for tomorrow.
So yours is here.
Yeah.